so we're back yet again. Some good news, finally. After way too long of doing Terra raids, we have done it. The last Pokemon, straight up, the last one I needed was the Slowking, but because last time we ended up trading with Hannah or whatever, we weren't able to get done, so it was either wait for that to happen or try and get a Slowking myself off of a Terra raid. And I'm pretty sure I saw 2 Slacking Terra raids in an entire day. 2 of them. And one of them immediately just like locked me out of it. I couldn't get into it. The second one, I got into it, and it was a Slowking with Terra Rock. So the man absolutely just got annihilated. He even set up Rain Dance for me with my huge power Azumarill with Liquidation. So that man got absolutely obliterated. So then we went ahead and then gave us the prompt. It's like, oh, come talk to me or whatever when you finish the Pokédex. So we went over to the Pokédex creator. And he's like, oh, by the way, here's the shiny charm. And then the director came over and he's like, there's your diploma. So yeah, so we have that. We also have this beauty after waiting so long, the shiny charm, baby. So maybe we'll try some shiny hunting later. I know for one of the shiny hunting things, at least to make our odds a bit better, we're gonna need some Herb Mystica. And for that, the only spot for it is the Terra raids. So, knowing that, we're gonna need to be able to get ourselves into some 5- and 6-star Terra raids and hope for the best. What do we got here? Assuming I can even get into one of these. It seems very 50-50. Like, sometimes if I go random and then immediately jump to one of these, like on the next time, like do one random raid and then come back to the board, that seems to be working out more or less. But most of the time it's just random and you gotta hope for the best. So we're looking for 5-star plus raids, because that seems to be where all of the, where the Herb Mystica is. It's not a great drop rate either. From what I've heard, it's like 5-6%, something like that. Alright, so you are a Toad School. You're grass ground? You're also Psych. So how do we want to go about this? Grass ground. And we gotta be hitting Psychic. That is... Grass ground, we gotta hit Psychic. That's flying though, or fighting. What do we want here? If I had Levitate, Magnezone would be fine. King Gambit, I mean, he's not bad. The question really is, like, does he have a ground-based move? Because if he does, then it's an issue. Your ground goes. Man, let's go our golden boy and hope this man doesn't have Earthquake, because otherwise, pain. It's always nice seeing an Umbreon, because usually the people that are doing raids and actually choose Umbreon are usually support players, which is beautiful, because raiding, a lot of people don't like playing support, which is fine. I don't mind playing support. I mean, we see how many times I end up using stuff like cheers and whatnot throughout. I've got more in the habit of using helping hands with Azumarill as well, especially after they clear your stats. Like, if you do the, you know, the general belly drum or whatever, but then they immediately negate your stat boost as well as your, as well as suppress your ability, then like Azumarill basically, I wouldn't say it becomes useless, but you're not a damage dealer at that point, in which case you can still use stuff like Tilted Hands or whatnot and play some support. We knew more or less that he would probably have a Earth move, so that is, yeah, that's unfortunate. I think we end up just dying right here if he decides to use Earth Power again, which I imagine he probably will. I don't see him having anything better than that. I think our Umbreon user got spored, so I threw out a cheer, so maybe they can throw up Reflect or Light Screen, something along those lines. All of our DPS is getting some nasty claws in here, so that's real nice. We got, what, one nasty claw on us right now? It didn't show the damage it actually did? Nah, it's fine. Why would we need to know that, right? I thought Greta's Gold was supposed to protect me against status moves, but I seem to be asleep right now, which is, you know, a status, but what do I know? Here's like where we would need, what is it, Misty Terrain's the one that stops you from getting status effects? You have Hex? Why do you have Hex? I mean, I guess you got Spores, but why do you know Hex is a Toadstool? Grassy Terrain? Well, I guess he's gonna heal us a little bit every now and then. So this whole, like, Spore thing, huh? I don't know if I've actually done a Toadstool raid at this point, so I wasn't exactly sure what I should have expected from his move pool. And Spore probably could have guessed that one, although Spore is relatively rare. So, yeah. Ripped all my defense that I just had, and all my damage. I don't think we win this one, unfortunately. Between him consistently spamming Spore, and then he just lowered all of our offensive buffs. So now I have to build that back up. My Terra is nowhere where it needs to be to actually make this happen. Everybody's asleep. Gonna go ahead and wake them up here with another cheer. At the moment, this is not looking good. We have a terrestrialized Umbreon, but let's be real. Terrestrialized Umbreon is not exactly doing damage. Even being Terra Dark, using a Dark move still does no damage. Which makes sense, you know, it is like a special defense tank and whatnot, so why would you expect it to do damage when it's made out to be a tank, right? This man's really just gonna spam Earth Power the rest of the time. Can they run out of PG? I imagine not in a raid battle. Or they get like such a large amount that it probably doesn't allow for it. Yeah, so this one's not happening. We were under too many status effects, and then at the time that we were actually able to attack, we weren't able to do enough damage. So that's he had the no Spore too, and then this dude's got like some ability where like, oh yeah, I remember. This dude's ability allows him to use his status effects regardless of other people's abilities, right? So it's almost like Mold Breaker in a sense, but for status moves. That's how he got past good as gold. Okay, that makes more sense now. I was like, why is Spore working? But I guess that overrides it enough. But it gives you, like, lower priority, but it's a raid battle, so that's completely negated, so it's just able to... It's like you want electric terrain there in the sense that it would keep you awake, but maybe it'd just be better to have misty terrain there. Unfortunate. I have no idea what's going on right now. Usually it takes like a minute to get back sometimes. Probably just a connection thing more than anything. Although, because we did do a random, regardless if we won or lost, I might actually have access to the poster board there. Maybe we can get ourselves a raid that we actually choose. In which case, we should have a higher success rate. Hopefully. I don't know, I've lost Ditto raids before because somebody was like, I want to use Iron Hands in it. And then it copied Iron Hands, and it was like, well, guess I'm just going to die real quick then. It's a 5-star raid, so it should still have a little bit of a chance, assuming we even get into them, which at this point is anyone's guess. It wasn't the fastest of picks. Like, if you pick one immediately, I feel like you might have a better chance because it's probably just one huge, like, queue of players for every Pokemon on there. But, yeah, if this doesn't go through, we just keep hitting up random. Hopefully we keep, if we can keep, like, a bare minimum of, like, 5 to 6-star raids, at least we'll have a chance at Herb Mystica. But, yeah, 5 or 6% drop rate, not great. Still better than the shiny rates, but, not by much. Tinkaton, it is a 5-star rate, which is great. Fire. You might still have steel moves, which would be alright against the Azumarill. Azumarill is usually the way to go. Like, it's just been pretty good. Gyarados? Oh yeah, Gyarados would work just fine too. Crazy how strong Gyarados is. Yet they will always refuse to give this man a flying move, yet they give him the flying type, because that makes sense. Or he'll learn like Hurricane or something like that, and it's like, okay. Alright, this one's only a 5-star, so their stats are low. It should be easier to stay alive here. Not that that was like our actual issue on the last one. The last one was just like not really enough HP. Would be nice if the Azumarill had a just health regen move. But it does not. Somebody was thinking what I was thinking and throwing out another cheer here. I'll throw another one out. With 2 cheers, we should be able to keep all of our belly drummers up. In which case, we have all the damage we need. We just gotta actually have the turns to attack it with, which in raids is doesn't always happen. Especially when sometimes they're allowed like 5 attacks in a row and whatnot. We're lucky we have that water typing, otherwise that'd be so much worse for us. But yeah, so that's Billy Drum at Azumarill. I've got plenty of Tinkatons. I'm gonna just let that one go. For Mystica, nope. Right. Can't expect one every time at a 4-5% drop rate, whatever it is. I do have a little bit of Herb Mystica, but I don't think like enough for any of the shiny power sandwiches. Alright, what do we got this time? Could always use more Dittos. I think we just go random on that one. Alright, well. Oh yeah, something else I noticed is if your connection fails on the on the board there after you did a random battle and then try and do that and your connection fails. It's basically like a better luck next time, just hit another random and hope for the best. Another 5-star. I mean, again, Azumarill just seems like the play here. Gonna resist the fire. The bug we're not really gonna worry about, and then it's Dragon Terra, so we've got Play Rough for that. Play Rough Belly Drum. I do want to do at least a little bit of shiny hunting in this stream. Of course, I can't necessarily guarantee it. I'm also not generally a shiny hunter, so I don't know the whole meta of it. I just have an idea of what we need to do in order to make it happen. The good old song and dance, get that belly drum out there. You're no willow recipe. Rude. We can cleanse it with a cheer, but something tells me he'll probably just reapply it. But if he does it, then I can at least clear it off with others as well. So we'll go ahead and cheer right here just because we'll get some extra HP back from the belly drum. It should clear the burn off of everybody, at least for this turn. Whether or not he reapplies it, you know, more than likely gonna end up being the case. He's got Sunny Day up, which is fine. If we were using water moves, it'd be an issue, but we are. He hasn't taken away our stats yet, so our belly drum is still in effect here. Assuming we can land our Play Rough, which is surprisingly inaccurate for having 90% accuracy. But that's Pokemon, baby. Alright, come on. We land this, we're about to chunk that shield, assuming we actually hit it. Fire Blast, we eat those. Look at that shield chunk. It's beautiful. Billy Drummer's teeth. He didn't burn me either. He has flame body, so contact moves can burn us. Alright, well there's a burn anyways. This man really hates physical attackers, doesn't he? Like a special attacker here you wouldn't be bad off. We broke this man's shield without even having the Terra skill. Although it doesn't show on there that we have, yet the actual bar that should show that he has enough is in there. Alright, well he's dead either way, so... Oh, when he died now, his shield broke? Oh yeah, that makes it... He's not dead? Hello, game? You alright? You know, sometimes you just gotta kill him like 3 more times after he's already dead, and then you're good. Finally. We definitely hit him like 4 times after this man had 0 HP before it finally gave it to us, but, you know, just Nintendo server thing. An ability capsule, we take those, but that's not Herb Mystica. I need that for shiny hunting, man, come on. I hope they give, like, a better way of actually obtaining Herb Mystica later. I doubt it, but, you know, if they did, it'd make life a lot easier for shiny hunting. Not that you can't shiny hunt without it, but your odds get so much better with it. Anybody here? We have the entire Pokédex now, so it's not like we're really looking for anybody in particular. At this point, we should probably just be looking for free kills on 6-star raids. So that's a Sylveon, that's poison? Okay. Sylveon, that's poison. that is... I know what I got. Gotta be at least like halfway special defense tank. You had to be poison on top of it, didn't you? What are other people picking here? Who's got an idea on this? Gudra, Cinder, Ace, Slowbro. Yeah, just seeing from what I see right there, I'm not exactly feeling the most confident in our team going into this. Man, I don't know what I want into this. I got nothing. I really gotta make more raid people. When in doubt, is Azumarill it out, right? I mean, it's got a best IV special defense, so hopefully that'll mean something. I can use liquidation, which is still gonna be stab. It's gonna be physical, so it'll get past its special defense. We're not gonna be hitting it for super effective damage, unfortunate, but considering, you know, I guess we could have used Psychic, but then we still would have needed some form of special defense. Because I'm sure it's just going to be spamming, like, Moonblast and whatnot. Which hurts a lot. Yeah, I really got to question the Gudra into a fairy. Maybe I'm crazy. Terra Blast. You have Terra Blast poison? Bruh. I really got a belly drum off with 3. Oh no. I think I'm just dead here because I didn't know I had Terra Blast. You know, if I knew I had Terra Blast, would not have picked Azumarill. Mistakes were absolutely made in that one. Why do you have Terra Blast? Bruh. Moonblast? See, Moonblast was expected. Like, that was... We knew what was up with Moonblast. The whole, you know, Terra Blast thing, though? Bruh. Alright, well... We're doing a lot more healing than I wanted to be doing by now. I've been hitting already. Here we are. We lived through this. We don't live through a second one, though. We don't win this, is the thing, is what I'm seeing right here. Like, Gudra's weak, so Gudra's gonna keep dying. I'm weak, but not necessarily the weakest. Slowbro's not gonna do any damage. Cinderace isn't gonna have anything that's fantastic against poisons. That was with huge power belly drum, huh? Okay. If it just wants to keep throwing out Moonblast instead of Terra, oh my. Pain. Everything hurts. Alright, so now we're going to do no damage because it takes away huge power as well as our belly drum. Yeah, this raid, we're just, we all got nothing. I wish they didn't penalize us for leaving raids, especially before the raid even starts. There's really nothing I can do here. I think I'm terrorized very, so even if I did. you just had to know Terra Blast in, too. I feel like I fought a Sylveon and it never Terra Blasted me. Maybe because at the time it was a different Terra, which maybe I resisted or was like straight up immune to, so maybe that's why it didn't use it on me. Maybe. But yeah, was not expecting the Terra Blast. Yeah, that's not surprising. I'm pretty sure I won a Sylveon raid already at some point. I know I beat a Glaceon one extremely easily because it was like fighting Terra or whatever, so people just annihilated it. I know I've got a Leafeon out of it. I don't think I've got an Umbreon out of it. Maybe an Espeon? Nah, I don't really see 6-star Espeons that much. 5-star every now and again. Jolteon I hardly see, but like a ground Terra Jolteon would be kind of crazy. Alright, what do we got here? We probably have to do random after that. See if we can pick anything off the board, if it's anything good. A fighting Gyarados? Oh yes, please. Excuse me. Fighting Gyarados, like, so you're saying there's a chance? Whether or not it actually lets us in, I highly doubt it'll let us in, especially after losing the last one. Weren't able to join. That's about what I expected. Unfortunately. Even though they put all that up there, as if you should be able to, like, just get in. Oh, my 4-star? You serious? It doesn't matter what I put in. It's a 4-star. We're just gonna, like, clap it immediately. See, like, why not allow people to leave at this point from raids? Just be like, nah, man, a 4-star? Or, like, give us a filter or something. Be like, put me in a queue for 5- and 6-star raids, and only 5- and 6-star raids. Because I imagine 6-star is probably, like, too limited, so if you leave it to, like, a 5- or 6-star filter, that's probably good enough. And just, like, filter out anything below 5-star. It's like, 4-star is just a joke at this point. 100% Pokédex completion, defeated multiple 6-star raids, like, it's just insulting at this point. And you can't leave because, oh no, then you're gonna get a penalty, which I don't even know how long it lasts. I think it's like an hour or something like that. So ideally, can't really leave it. I mean, I guess if I did, then we could just do shiny hunting for the time and then go back and then try it again. I want to at least get like one Herb Mystica before it happens, which, you know, see how well that goes. Anticipation, you don't say. This one is definitely the raid packs caliber that I got because it was bicycle spear for whatever reason. I mean, it did good. 4 hits and we got a crit on the final one. But, you know, it doesn't got Glaive Rush, it doesn't got Ice Crash, nothing on that. This is taking longer than I expected, but I think we also ended up getting 2 NPCs out of this, so, probably that's why that is. And people didn't pick, like, big, best Pokemon into it. I'm used to either, like, losing immediately in raids or, like, almost winning immediately. It's like, it's very just one way or the other, at least so far in the raids it feels like. It's either everybody knows what they're doing and they have the Pokemon that do what needs to be done, and like the raid just gets annihilated. Or like people have no idea what they're doing, or there'll be like 2 or 3 people with like bad typings into something and we'll just get annihilated immediately. Like there's very few where like you get down to the wire and then like actually just pick it up. Like usually you're just either you're done with or you're gonna catch this thing really easily. Alright, that's a 4-star one out of the way, but that's just insulting. I mean, if that was actually 2 NPCs it set us up with, then we'd still be a 4-star even with 2 NPCs. Which is not necessarily anything to write home about, but I mean... 4-star, really? Kind of wish you could just keep queuing after you beat or lost a raid too. Like, why do we need to get kicked out back to the main screen and not just at least like kick us back to the poster board if you're gonna do anything and not allow us to like continue just going through raids? Are these Indeedee female? Indeedee female is actually good. Indeedee male is not that great. Nobody ever beats Corviknight. I beat the Corviknight 6-star raid like 1 time, and that's because people knew what they were doing. Like actually taunting it and actually removing its stat upgrades and whatnot. But most people don't know how to do the Corviknight raid, so you lose a lot of it. Like a lot. Is this water Tauros? Is that what I'm looking at? Is this regular Tauros? Is this water Tauros? I don't know. If it's water Tauros, then Azumaril's sick. If it's regular Tauros, Azumaril is still good. Especially with it being Terra Rock. But why though? But why though? Cinderace? Like, do they not realize that this guy could be Terra? He could be water fighting. And if he's water fighting, then that Great Tusk and Cinderace are probably gonna end up being the reasons why we end up losing it. Because those two are gonna keep dying. If this thing's got like Moxie or something ridiculous, then like we're gonna get blown away by the fact that they're done for. It's regular Tauros, it's not so bad. But I don't think I've actually seen the water Tauros before yet. Or at least I don't see it often enough. You know the drill. Get these belly drums out here. Wave Crash, you are the water Tauros, then, are you not? I guess Cinderace is high jump kick, but even then, like, usually the raids you need survivability more than you actually need damage. Now don't get me wrong, damage is still a man really rain dance for us. It's beautiful. Of course, I mean, Cinderace is gonna do like next to nothing. Yeah, liquidation in the rain under a belly drum. Yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot. Alright, I didn't want to cheer anyways, it's fine. Alright, so at this point, we know we can win, assuming it doesn't negate our stat upgrades or anything. Like, we win. The thing is, we're on the timer because of Great Tusk and Cinderace here. Because this Tauros is going to annihilate them. So it's really up to me and the other Azumaril here to take out this Tauros before they die too much and get rid of all our extra time. Stole some of our Terra Orb charge. Well, we're never terrestrializing because this thing keeps stealing all of our charge. Bulk up. Not exactly what you want to see there. defense rose, so we're gonna be doing less damage. What? A not very effective wave crash killed me at like half HP too. Actually, it's kind of good that it killed me there because when you get hit by that, when it negates your ability as well as your stat upgrades, I believe it removes pure power, which you know, doubles your attack stat, and without that doubling of the attack stat, Azumarill really ain't doing too. He crit me? Oh my. Alright, so we just gotta get liquidations out there as fast as humanly possible and hope for the best at this point. His shield did break, which means we have an actual chance. I think our other Azumarill over there might be enough for us to clutch this out here. That close combat did less than our liquidation. I mean, I know we're under rain dance and whatnot, but like that was just sad damage. Crash wave. We're not under rain dance anymore. Okay, good. That does a one shot. He does take recoil damage. It's certainly not enough, but he is. That certainly did not do enough either. Rain dance. Well, we're gonna get our damage back, but this man's also gonna be wave crashing for 100% damage too. Alright, so what happened in that one? That was the issue. Well, they brought Cinderace into a water fight with Rain Dance, simply because of new high jump kick. It got immediately annihilated by every wave crash. And Great TOS, which basically did the same thing, except with close combat and got immediately annihilated. See, there's that 6-star rate thing, where it's like people either know what's good and they actually have the Pokemon to do it, and the, oh, I at least have something super effective, so I'm gonna bring it. Oh, by the way, I'm weak to this thing. And you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just lose then. We don't got no 6-stars up there. Unfortunate. It's definitely 6 stars have higher chance. Volcanora Flying Terra. The Violet Legendary, that thing's gonna destroy it. Flying, huh? Could throw in Magnezone, but then you're Steel. Excalibur, because it, if it hits you with fire, you're gonna get the fire upgrade, or you're gonna get the attack buff. You also can be burned, so if it keeps trying to spam Will-O-Wisp, you'll be okay. This seems like this can be okay. The Violet Legendary is definitely what you're looking for here. Because it's what? Electric Dragon, so then you're gonna resist all the bug, you're gonna resist all the fire, and then you've got the super effectiveness of the electric type. And then I believe its signature move is also electric, with it being Electric Dragon, so it's essentially our legendaries thing. So it should do, like, it should have 150 base or something along those lines. So, yeah, pretty good. Love to see it in Umbreon. Like, very rarely have I seen people actually pick Umbreon and then, like, not know what to do with it. The raid has been abandoned. Fantastic. Well, time to get a 1-star raid after that. Five-star. And you're ice, huh? So you're gonna be Dragon Normal. Dragon Normal, huh? But we need to hit ice. Magnezone. Why not? King Gambit's probably fine here too. I think most of us are special attackers, and I've got metal sound, so assuming I can hit it with metals, it might actually have resistance to metal sound because of this whole sound-based thing. So it might be immune to metal sound, but if it isn't, then we can lower the special defense for everybody else, and then they can just nuke it for us. And then we'll just sit here and tank hits. Alright, see if we can get the paralysis on him real quick. Air slash, we eat those. We did get the paralysis on him. So we can potentially negate some. Let's see if Metal Sound works. I'm like half convinced it won't. It did actually work. Fantastic. Dragon Pulse. Again, we just eat those. Like Magnezone just doing Magnezone things over here. One of our guys did die. We nullified our stat changes, but considering we didn't do any stat changes, we only nerfed him, those stat changes are still in effect. Because he only negated ours, not the ones on himself yet. Now he's done the ones on himself. Although it still says he's paralyzed, but he just cleared it. Yeah, okay, I was like, what? But yeah, no, it's just game reacting stuff. Acrobatics. Magnezone was like perfect into this dude. We're just resistant to everything that he does. At this point, Noivern's just free. His shield's already gone. Yeah, Ice Terra type, really nice for raids, just because everything's, you know, more or less super effective against it, so you can pick a lot more into it and still expect to annihilate them. It was also only a 5-star raid still. I want to get more 6-star raids in here, but, you know, people really not prepared for some of these 6-star raids. We're supposed to be getting Greninja here soon enough, right? I don't remember the actual time we get it. I think we get, was it the 20th? In which case we get it in like 2 days or something. We got some sweet herb Mystica. There we go. I think you need 2 for the recipes though, like 2 or 3. So once we get like another herb Mystica or something, then we can go ahead and make some of those shiny sandwiches and try some shiny hunting. That way we can get like a little bit of a balance. So that way people that want to see the Terra raids can still see the Terra raids. And the people that want to see if I can even get a shiny will have their opportunity as well. Now they just want to show us everything, huh? I mean, if I could get Denozo 6-star, you know, that'd be something. Azumarill should tank everything because he's what, like Water Dragon? In which case, they should. Azumarill should tank everything. We've got Play Rough. Like, that should be good. Sylveon, fine. Special defense, tanky. The raid has been abandoned. Fantastic. Let me guess. It's not going to let me back into this one. It's going to force me into a random. Oh, communication died? Yep. Rip the Denozo dream. Still have yet to beat a 6-star Denozo. Not that it's like the rarest thing ever to even appear on the board, so that doesn't help. But then, Denozo is just absolutely dummy thick. Like, this man refuses to die. Thankfully, he doesn't have the Commander Tatsugiri effect on him, too, because that'd just be broken. Especially as a 6-star raid boss? Like, how would you kill that? I mean, I guess you could, like, clear smog it or something to remove the stat effects, even still. Weren't able to join, yep. As soon as I saw that communication failure, you knew it was over. Like, we were getting in another one. Arcanine, 5-star Arcanine? Alright, well. A Zoomer will just be really good for Terra raids, huh? Yeah, resist the fire. We've got play rough to kill it. Like, Annihilate is strong, although he is gonna be Arcanine. I'm pretty sure has crunch on it. I would have to imagine it does, in which case our Annihilate there is gonna be feeling it. The water starter is like meh. At least for the one that I got traded when I'd just been using it out in the wild or whatever, it still seemed like just kind of meh. Like our Meow Scarlet felt better, and the fire starter felt better than it. Garchomp, fine pick into Arcanine, not an issue. It's a 5-star raid. It really shouldn't matter. Like, the only raids where I'm, like, really concerned about are, like, the 6-star raids. There are some 5 stars that, like, can own you if your team does certain things. Like, even if you get a 5-star Annihilate and then people are like, oh, I'm gonna bring Intimidate Gyarados into it. And then the Annihilate will have, like, Defiant or something and just, like, absolutely one-shot you. And then every time the Gyarados gets one-shot, it comes back in and intimidates it again, and then you're sitting there with, like, a +6 Annihilate on your hands, and you're like, I want to die. That's a shiny Annihilate, apparently, so he just gets more blue-ish. Alright. They really named that Annihilate Goku? Yeah, that seems right. Go ahead and throw out a heal here, so that way we can also get that burn off of us as well, so we can actually do real damage. Because if you didn't know, outside of, you know, losing the HP from the burn, I believe it also cuts your attacks or your attack stat by like 30% or something like that, so like that's a pretty good drop. One of these days I'm gonna be allowed to attack and that HP bar is gonna be gone, but until then, extreme speed, you know, he's really trying. And there goes the HP bar. And there it's brought back. I know my camera covers it, but yeah, we can probably move it at least while we do the raid here. See if he'll bring everything with it. No, because it's... Alright, see if I can... See if I can actually move this now. Beautiful! Alright, now you guys can actually see the HP bar here. Yeah, so this man's entire HP bar disappeared and then it came back and now it's becoming a bit more of an issue, but whatever, it's fine. We'll deal with it, you know, as we do. Missed the 90% accuracy because it's Pokemon, baby. Anything below 100 accuracy in this game may as well just be 0. The amount of times that I miss play rough during a raid at times is like insane. Like, I think I've missed it 4 times in a row before in one raid, and then it was like, alright, guess I'll just not play the game then. Alright. now he's dead for, you know, like the 5th time here. It's only a 5-star Arcanine, but I'll probably go ahead and grab it because I don't think I've actually got too many Arcanine on me. Not that that was like a hard fight or anything, we just don't, we just generally don't get him in random, so... These 5-star raids are freelo. Give me the 6-star raids. But you know, with like actually people that know what they're doing and like preferably have Pokemon to do it with, that'd be ideal. No Herb Mystica off of it. I'm not too surprised. Anything less than a 6-star, it's like I wish I could get the Herb Mystica out of it, but like were the chances right? The 6-star gets like slightly higher chances, but I don't think it ever goes above like 10% or anything. So it's still not a fantastic chance. Anything looking alright here? Now, I would really prefer a 6-star raid, you know. Just like, if you're feeling a game, you know, 6-star raid by chance. Nope, make that a 5-star. Okay, well. You're Ice Dark, but you're actually Fairy. So, King Gambit should just destroy you here. Sword Stance into Iron Head should more or less do it. I almost kind of wish that they didn't have the Cinderace raid because like everybody just uses him now and I see him die more than he actually does anything in a raid. But people always insist on bringing him into the raid regardless. As we seen with the Water Tauros, they're like, Water Tauros better bring in Incinerate and those high jump kick. As if there wasn't, you know, better. But oh, good, 2 Cinderaces. Oh, great. Cinderace as a Pokemon is fine. Cinderace in a Terra raid is like just not what you're looking for. You know, maybe they know something I don't. Maybe I'm just, you know, maybe I'm... Let's see them prove me wrong here. You have Iron Head on a Cinderace? Alright. You know, that's at least semi-respectable. You're not at least using fire moves on it. Hey, everybody's got Iron Head on. One of these ice punches are gonna freeze me, I know it. Like, as soon as I'm done setting up, I'm gonna be frozen, and then it's gonna nerf all of my, it's gonna wipe all my statuses. I 100% see it coming. Alright, stole Terra charges 2 times in a row. It's alright, I never wanted the, you know, Terra Stabilize anyways. Facade. Why do you know Facade? What? Who's really out here Terra Stabilizing for you? Or who's really out here throwing stats effects on you? To the point where you're like, yeah, Facade, that's what I want. See, that's the move I would expect you to have, and that's also extremely concerning. Taunted me, so I think that just ruined my Iron Head because he was fast enough to use the taunts on me. Okay, no, it didn't apply. Is it taunts or taunt? No, taunt stops you from doing sword stance and stuff, right? I'm thinking of torment. Yeah, it's still gonna let me use Iron Hand. Okay, I'm thinking of Torment then. Taunt just stops you from buffing up. Torment stops you from using the same attack multiple times in a row. Right. We can terrestrialize, but like it really doesn't matter at this point. This Weavile's moveset is like really terrible. He really throws me on that. I knew I was gonna get frozen at one point in the raid or another. Every time. Alright, that last cheer broke me out of it. Weevil, not exactly the Pokemon I'm looking for. Already dead before the span could even finish terrestrializing. One of these days they'll actually, you know, fix the rates so they work as intended. Copium. Nah, we're just gonna let this guy go. I don't know, maybe I should just grab everything and then if viewers ever want to trade or whatever, I could just give them some raid Pokemon. That could be a thing that could happen. Assuming everybody doesn't have, you know, the Pokédex, like, already max filled out and whatnot. Come on, 6-star raids, where are you at? Tenozo Dark? Okay, alright. See if we can actually get into this. Terra Electric Gyarados. That sounds like a nightmare. Oh, you know, just use your ground type moves on him. Never mind the fact that he's, you know, water flying or anything. I want to say it will let me in, but that's also like wishful thinking. Oh, baby. We're in. It's one thing to get into the Tenozo raid. It's another thing to actually, like, beat Tenozo is the thing. I'm liking the double Azumarill. Iron Hands potentially. I mean, Iron Hands is probably one of the best, if not like the best Terra raid Pokemon. The Scarlet legendary into this guy, I don't know about all of that, especially since isn't he Water Dragon or Denozo's just water, maybe? I thought he was dragon as well, but maybe I'm thinking of Tatsugiri. Tenozo raids in the past have not given me a lot of hope, so I'm more than likely I'm gonna assume that we don't win this, but that's just based off of previous history. Maybe people will prove me wrong here. Heavy Slayer. It's only neutral because we are water. Alright, negative effects from itself. We haven't even done anything for that to happen yet, but okay. Alright, everybody's got belly drum on them. That was a belly drum player up, and this man lost like 10% of his health. This man is just so healthy. Oh yeah, sure, just take like 3 moves in a row real quick. Not like I actually want to play the video game or anything. That Azumarill died off already? That's not what you want to see. Normally a raid dance would be good, but considering if he is water, then he's going to get the boost from it even if we're not very effective, so then he's going to end up doing more damage. One of these days I'm going to be able to attack. I'm going to just keep throwing heals out here for our Iron Hands and our Viridian there. Once he dies in Azumarill, you pretty much have to play support, because like the chance that you actually get to reset up belly drum and whatnot is generally not very high. I feel like I gotta throw out my last heal here, especially after he just used belly drum, so that way we can keep him alive. At least a little bit longer. Look how much shielding this man gets. This dude's gross. That was a belly drummed Iron Hands Drain Punch, and he got absolutely 0 HP back from that. I think I ended up falling asleep here because I ended up getting yawn last turn. Yep. Although we did get a heal cheer, so we do get that. He hasn't actually nerfed our buffs yet. And there it is. Ah, jinxed it. Ah, jeez. At that point, you just helping hands, so that way when he throws out his Drain Punch, we can keep him alive longer. Probably go ahead and throw helping hands on our Viridian there now that he's terrestrialized, so we can get that shield off sooner. You see how just like dummy thick this Denozo is just being right now? Like, we got his HP down to like half for like how long now? This man just eats everything. Okay. Oh, he's asleep now. Although I think helping hands persist until he actually does a move. I want to say that's the case. I'm playing full support right now. Like, once he wipes our pure power belly drum, that's basically what you end up having to be. I don't have any more cheers, so like, what HP we have is what we got going on here. Of course, now once I come back, my ability will be reset, so I can actually go back in there. I'm gonna have to use power, but yeah. Yeah, the power of just being a tank in 6-star raids, man. Yikes. I only died once, and that was at the very end, so I don't feel too bad about it happening. But, man, one of these days I'm gonna beat that raid. I mean, we basically lived throughout the entire thing. The time that we died is when the raid ended, essentially, so... Our survivability's there. If I could have actually gotten more damage off from the belly drum, that would have been great. But I was pretty much going full support mode there, which we were able to keep some people alive through the cheers. We put in some helping hands to get some more damage off on our terrestrialized people. Just wasn't enough. Electric Sylveon. That sounds horrible. So why not try to get into it? Electric Sylveon. So we're gonna have to protect against Fairy. But not only protect against Fairy, we're gonna have to hit Electric. Yikes. It's like Garchomp, but then don't be Dragon. People that can actually hit. It's also got to be like physical ground too. But then I'm dark, so that it's fairy. Everything sucks about this. Would resist the fairy. I can play support through Thunder Wave and special. We also have Terra Fairy, so... This is not looking like a good team. This is just... I need a good ground attacker, but I really don't have one right now. At least not one that's also good against Fairy. Like, Crocodile would have been fine had it not been a Sylveon. Our flying, no. Rock Electric, interesting, but it has garbage stats. Garbage IVs at the very least. Just really nothing for this, huh? You have no special defense, and your special defense is down. I gotta build a Chansey at some point. Like, I gotta get Eviolite, Chansey. I gotta teach it, like, Reflect, Light Screen, Heal Pulse, and Soul Dew. That sounds right. Just, like, a full-out support, and then just, like, hope people actually have the Pokemon needed to do such. I don't expect this to go well, like, at all. But we'll see if we can make this happen here. He did bring in fire, which is going to resist it. Although if it's Terra Blast him, it's going to hurt. I can't Thunderwave you because you're electric. So we're mostly playing support here. We're lowering its special defense for everybody else. We're going to be tanking it up. We're going to be cheering. Like, we're support mode right now. You know both the fire users, you know they're both just going to go full offense anyways, so you may as well just enable it. Should be -4 on special defense now, so they should start hurting, like, a lot. Then again, Sylveon has very high special defense as well, so... -6 special defense, though, like, that's as good as you get. The physical buffs are all theirs, like, that's something they gotta deal with. But we're at the point now where I can start throwing out cheers here, because he's got max defense down, so we can go ahead and get some of those out for everybody. Probably keep up the healing cheers rather than the offensive ones, because the fire crocodile over there is buffing himself up with Torch Song and whatnot. So if I could just keep throwing the heals out here. The idea is, like, just to keep them alive, and it seems like it's working. I mean, that -6 special defense certainly coming in play there with that last hit we just saw. Hyper Voice, we're just here for a punching bag for the most part, and dropping defensive stats. Unfortunately, I think when they put up the shield, they end up removing those. Yeah. So now Sylveon actually has its defense back yet again. What did you use? You used Calm Mind? Is that what that was? Oh no. You superpowered after you saw it use Calm Mind? Oh. And then the Zoomeril immediately died right after? Yep, you knew that one was coming. Hyper Voice, we eat those, although we eat those a lot less now after those Calm Minds. Its shield is not down, so I can't even Metal Sound it and expect good stuff out of it. I guess Flash Cannon it, at least it's still stat out at the very least. I don't got cheers anymore, so, like, it's all on these guys to stay alive at this point, which I think is where we're gonna end up losing it here. I mean, I played full support that entire time, basically up until the last 2 turns, and like, we couldn't make it happen. Unfortunately. That was like the saddest Torch song ever, but alright. Hyper Voice, we're still going through that. Alright. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to break the shield in time. Man, these EVs, man. Rough. We probably end up dying to a Hyper Voice here. Not like it's really gonna matter, because the damage, as we've seen, against that shield is just non-existent. Alright, well, we never died. We get a Terra Splice on the next turn, not that it would have mattered. Unfortunate. We did drop it relatively low. We did better than what I expected it to be, but I also didn't expect us to win it either. A lot of it is just due to the team comp there. I don't think we actually had all that many deaths. We just, once it negated a lot of our attack buffs is where it became an issue. Also, ridding itself of its special defense dropped. Like, we had -6 special defense on that thing, and once we got it there, people were annihilating it. But once I removed those and I couldn't reapply it due to that stupid Terra shield that it gets, our damage just, like, dips so hard. Six-star Ditto normal? Oh, babe. Although, considering we just picked one off the board, I highly doubt it lets us in here, but any time I see a 6-star Ditto on the board, I gotta at least attempt it. I got a 6-star Ditto win recently where it's got 5 best IVs, but that's not 6. So, if I could get one with 6 IVs, that'd be great. I think it's 6 IVs, like, very good or something, or fantastic. So it's, like, almost there, but it's not 6 best IVs. Weren't able to join. Rest in peace, 6-star Ditto raid. Feels bad, man. I've never gotten a 6-star Ditto raid out of a random as of so far. An Altaria, that's grass. It had to be grass, didn't you? Right then. So you're gonna be dragon, so if we get fairy, we can at least resist that, but then we need grass for some. We got to get something against grass. Had to be grass, didn't you? If I had Dragonite Steel, it wouldn't be so bad once we got the Terra Supplies. What does our DD have if we just wanted to be a support? Trick Room, pretty sure that doesn't even work in there. Sizor? Yeah. Yeah, that could work. We've got Egg Scissor and whatnot, which will be stabbed. It's still a 5-star raid, so there's a chance you can lose, but, like, it's not, once you hit post-game, it's not too high that you lose. It's not really one of the Pokemon you lose to either. There are some 5-stars you'll lose to. Like, one 5-star I think I consistently lose to is Hatina. Mostly because people just pick things that are weak into it, and they're like, I didn't know I was gonna die. And that's got like Magic Mirror, I think, so you can't even lower stats or whatnot, because it gets reflected back to you. Very good ability. Just very unfortunate that's on a Terra raid. Thankfully, this thing isn't like cotton guarding or nothing. Although we got a pretty balanced physical and special attack here, so I guess I'm gonna be as bad. Hurricane on a Charizard? I mean, I guess it's still stab, and I guess it's still special attack, so I guess sure, why not? Missed, so we missed, but it failed, probably because the Terra shield is up already. Safeguard. Charizard fell asleep? They use yawn or something? What? No, I couldn't. How did you fall asleep? He's got Dragon Pulse, Con Guard, Mist, and... What? How did you fall asleep? Wait a minute. How's that even possible? Unless it actually has yawn or something, too? Ah, it's got Sing. Wait, why did I see Mist? Did one of us try and Mist? What? Is that actually what happened? Yeah, clearly I'm missing something. Hurricane, we eat those. You would hit the confusion, although if that heal just went off, we shouldn't be confused anymore. Terra Slide is normal. I don't know how much I like this, but we gotta get that shield off at some point. I do need Pokemon with better Terrestrialized types, because a lot of the times when I'm raiding, I feel like I can't even use my Terrestrialized because it just does not fit for that raid. Or like you'll get immediately nuked after using it, but then it's like you gotta use the Terrestrialized so that way you can actually get through the shield in a reasonable amount of time. Like this is gonna hurt a lot more now. Still not that much though. But more than what it just was doing. Alright, that's an Altaria down. Altaria, not really that great is the thing. At least in terms of Dragon Pokemon, not the greatest. Although, it does get stuff like Cotton Guard, and Cotton Guard's pretty insane, getting like +3 defense or whatever. Or is it special defense? One of the two. Still no Herb Mystica, man. We're getting that Herb Mystica one of these days. We've got one so far, but I'm pretty sure we need 2 in order to make one of the sandwiches. I wonder why they made the drop rate so low. I mean, sure, you can make better sandwiches or whatever, but like by the time you get to this point, realistically, you're probably at like post-game. Ground type Breloom? Annihilate, people have heard, barely win too is another thing that I noticed. Although that one's a lot more understandable because 6-star Annihilate for a dude be hitting different. Especially if it's when it's got like Defiant and whatnot. Or if it's the one that rolls Moxie, I think. Either one is, neither are good. They both hurt a lot. You have to like taunt it so that way it doesn't get its stat boost, and then you have to be able to tank it, and then you got to be able to deal damage within a realistic amount of time. Like there's a lot of things that have to go on in order for you to win a 6-star Annihilate raid. You're Ghost Dragon? You're also Electric. What are these cursed typings? Okay. Ghost Dragon, so... I mean, King Gambit resist everything. But also, I don't have anything for... I don't have anything for Electric. Did this man not learn Earthquake? I really gotta teach this man Earthquake, apparently. This is fine. More, I mean, the more iron hands, the better, usually. Electric's just, like, rough. The whole, oh, I only have electric typing. Like, oh, good, let me use the one thing that's super effective against it. I think 6 stars is what? They have like 25 times their HP that they would have at level 90? Even though you only get them at level 75 when you do actually beat a 6-star raid? They make that make sense, but alright. Triple iron hands? I mean, whatever everybody's got iron hands in and they actually know how to use it, like there's a chance, but it's still, like, I'm sure nothing they have is going to be, like, super effective against this dude. I don't know if Iron Hands would actually learn Earthquake. It might. But even if it did, it still want to be staffed, though. They're also not going to resist Gokus. I also have nothing to heal them up with after all their belly drops. You have flamethrower. Okay, yeah, the man's got flamethrower. That's not what you want to see. Alright, I'm gonna cheer because everybody just used their belly drum here. They've got Drain Punch and whatnot, but if that cheers enough to keep them alive so they can get the Drain Punch off, then there's a chance. Alright, so we guaranteed everybody got a Drain Punch in here. So they're all sitting with max belly drum right now. Assuming that this guy doesn't just, like, steal it all from them. Here with the stat negation that they do. We're really here to take aggro for the moment, which is actually working out pretty well. Made stronger against physical moves. Here's the time where I'd need, like, Brick Break, just to break the shielding. Could throw a few moves in, just so that way we get a little bit of a Terra charge going on at some point. Of course he needs to burn me, of course he did. One of them had electric terrain, yet they never used it till just now. I don't know why they would wait on that, especially considering it's going to boost their attack. One used Ice Punch. Don't know exactly why, considering we can't status effect this man while he's got the shielding on. Nullified stat changes. Okay, here's where the real issue starts to come in. Because everybody that just had belly drum lost their belly drum effects, which is real rough. This man really burned me 2 times in a single raid. With not even something like Will-O-Wisp. Man is trolling me. So I'm gonna die right here. That's just a given. Although all of our iron hands here are pretty much terrestrialized, which is about what we could ask for. If I knew this man had flamethrower, I would have picked something different. I do get Supreme Overlord effects from that. Although with only 1 death, I can only imagine that it's not greatest. I can't actually low sweep it here, and the reason being would be just to, like, lower its speed, even though I'm not sure speed is an actual stat that matters in a raid. Flamethrower, that's fine. We eat those enough. We eat them long enough to where this raid battle will be done before we actually have to be concerned about it. You did get up another light screen, which is unfortunate. I don't got any more cheer left to get their attack stat back. But they should still have Port Drive because it activated after he negated the abilities. Triple Iron Hands, Terra Stylized basically just means we win. Like Terra Stylized Iron Hands is like just that though. There it is, it's just that easy. Who knew if you just had 3 of the best Pokemon for Pokemon raids, life becomes that much easier. We will take a Dragapult, because you can't naturally get them in Scarlet, so it's always nice to have one of them. And then because it is a 6-star raid Dragapult, it might actually have max IVs. I believe you're guaranteed 5 IVs from a 6-star raid. So, I mean, if that 6 IV ends up being, I don't know what this dude is, I gotta imagine that he's a special attacker because he's part Ghost Ray. 3 bottle caps? Oh, baby. 3 bottle caps. No Herb Mystica, though. One day we'll have to get into the hyper training, just make raids and whatnot that much easier. I kind of want to check Earthquake, just to see if King Gambit can actually learn it. That way we can make it viable for electric raids. Not that it's stab, which is unfortunate, but it would still make life easier. Assuming I can create Earthquake if I don't already have it. He's not in my party right now, which makes it a bit difficult to, you know if he could even learn it. So, probably grab him real quick. Just chuck him in there. Alright, can you learn Earthquake? Most people can, for the most part, so I'd be kind of surprised if he couldn't. There's Earthquake. You can't learn it. Really? Really, though. Okay. Can you learn any Earth moves? How many Earth moves? I don't think I even have that many Earth moves on me. Bulldoze? Can't learn Bulldoze either? Rock Tomb? But you can't learn ground moves, but you can learn rock moves? What's... Rain Punch. Would have been nice if we could have learned that. Not too surprised it couldn't, though. Body Press? Man. King Gambit really just hates, like, TM, so this man just refuses to learn anything. He's like, I've got Catown Cleave, that's all I need. Which, to a certain degree, not necessarily wrong. Come on, now. I still need an answer for electric raids. Or Terra Electric. Six-star Salamence. Although we picked one last time. Although it might let us in. I don't know. Hatina wouldn't be bad because the Hatina I have does not have good IVs. So at some point I want to end up replacing that. We did get into the Salamence fight here. Steel. Okay. Of course. Round would have been nice, huh? So fire, but it's gotta be able to eat dragon. Azumarill not gonna be doing absolutely nothing there. You are ground, although you're not leveled. Stomping dangerous, nothing. Attack stat is something we're looking for as well. Annihilate? Question mark. I mean, it's Annihilate, right? Like, it can't be that. 3 people into a Salamence? Especially a 6-star Salamence. You're gonna know a flying move, aren't you? Like, this man's gonna know a flying move, and I'm gonna get absolutely destroyed here. Wow, it's really gonna send us in? Okay, well, this, I don't know about this one. If we can get some crits on cross chop, that could be something. Steel Salamence, that's pretty gross. Cross chop. Bulking up, makes sense. Solar Stance. Ouch. Wow. Did not get the crit there. Everybody already almost dead. And, you know, just outraged Salamence things. Surprisingly lived there. He does go under confusion, although usually it doesn't last too long. One of these days, I'm gonna hit a crit. I'll remove negative effects. Of course. Just take away the entire... Just negate all of that immediately. Sure, why not? Gonna go ahead and throw out a cheer here for everybody else. I don't know if it's gonna save Iron Hands or the Cerulege there, but maybe. Just maybe. Woo! There's that Drain Punch belly drum. That ain't much. Oh, it didn't actually clear his confusion. Yet he still got off the outrage. And he crit. I'm getting trolled right now. Are you kidding me? He really crit after all of that, too. Yet I use a move that has a naturally higher chance of critting. And yet, I don't ever get a crit. I just lost Terra word charge, so now I'm down to like 2. He tried to screech the thing, which is the right idea, but considering it's got a shield, Terra Blast, but it failed. So, can we get a crit at any point in the... Alright, yeah. And had a feeling he probably knew a flying move. We were pretty weak to begin with. A healing cheer would not have saved us. Yeah, Mox. Oh no. And you just removed the belly drum effects. Oh no. And the sword dances. And the dude's weak armor. Oh jeez. You also have Moxie now. You have multiple Moxies. Oh no. Wonder if Rage Fist might actually just be better than Cross Chop at this point. I've been hit, what, like 3 times, right? Ah, I get hit in confusion. Let's go. I didn't crit a single time. Alright, so we lost. I only died once, which is not the worst, but, yeah. Just the 6-star Salamence experience right there. It really wouldn't have been as bad if his Terra type wasn't Steel, but like, that's gotta be one of the worst. It's gotta be up there with like Terra Electric. Terra Electric, Terra Steel are like the worst to deal with. Especially on a Salamence, like Terra Steel, really? At least if it was like Terra Ground, you could at least still use like Steel and whatnot and still resist a decent amount of this stuff. Maybe I should find a Pokemon that's got access to Earth just for chances like that. I should have a Garchomp or something. Well, the stats are not great on that Garchomp. I must have more Garchomps than that. Like, I refuse to believe I don't. At least I know I've fought multiple Garchomps. Really, only 4 best IVs? Come on, man. And then you had to have the attack down nature. Of course you did. My boxes are so messy. Ah, jeez. I have to clean it up at some point. We're starting to breed some Ralts and some Mimikyus for perfect IVs. I think I'm at like 5 out of 6 in both of them, so it's not bad. Progress is made. I still need to lock down the nature. Where's our... Where are my good ground types at? I mean, Crocodile's fine. It's just usually the things when they do end up rolling steel are usually good against it, unfortunately. Do I really only have one Garchomp, or is it just... I feel like I've beaten more Garchomps than that. I've also made one Garchomp, which might actually have just been the Garchomp that was right there. Yeah, I'll look for it a different time. Just deal with it for what it is right now. Come on. One more Herb Mystica. We'll go shiny farming because I'll actually have the materials. And hopefully we'll get something good out of it. A Flareon? That's bug? So you're saying there's a chance? Annihilate Electric. How much more cursed could you get? So my Armor Rogue would keep us safe from the fire. What is the chance that this man has Crunch, though, and things along those lines? I would imagine relatively high, right? Certainly does have the greatest IVs, not exactly something I was looking for at the time, but see how good or terribly this goes. If it has Crunch, it's gonna own every single one of us because we're either Ghost or Psychic. But, you know, if it doesn't, we're gonna blow this thing up, hopefully. I guess I could teach Armor Rogue Calm Mind, in which case I would at least have some form of setup. With Flash Fire, we should, I would imagine, at least be safe for 1, maybe 2 of its attacks. If it has Crunch or something, though, then it won't really matter, because it's just going to blow me up with it. We do have Clear Smog, so we can get rid of any status effects it does for itself. I could cheer for our status, or for our attack boost, as well as giving it to everybody else. Terra Blast Bug. Profound Psyche. So it's still gonna do neutral damage. Sunny Day. Beautiful. This man does not realize what he's just done to himself. It would have been so troll if they would have... Oh my... Imagine if they did Flareon, but then they gave it Flash Fire and it was Terra Bug. That'd be troll. Not that there aren't plenty of other things good against Bug, but man, just to troll everybody that immediately jumps to using fire types on it. It really just wants to go in on me, huh? Yeesh. Alright, well, I guess we'll place... Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. Well, you know, you kind of did it to yourself when you put it up Sunny Day into 5 fire types. 4 fire types. You get the idea. There's 5 fire types with it. Alright, that's probably the easiest 6-star Flareon you'll ever see in your life. I'm sure there's still great teams out there that would have beaten it faster. But, dude, we did pretty good work there. Kind of destroyed them. Terra Bug is just like a beautiful thing to see in Terra raids, like easy to destroy. We got some spicy herb mystica. Let's go. All right. All right. I think there's like a sandwich formula cheat sheet, something along those lines. Gives encounter power 3 and shiny power 3, huh? So I guess the question becomes, what do we want to shiny hunt? I also need to find somebody that gives me false swipe as like the TM or something. Because otherwise I might end up killing a shiny, which would be off sticks. Plepsy berries. I think these are for 93. Oh, you know what? We gotta go in. We rich, baby. For 93 berries, 4,900. We'll go for 4,900. 6,900. Nice. We have $1 million. Like, do we really care how much we spend on these things? Like, for resetting EVs and whatnot, like, it's definitely worth... it's definitely worth the money, especially for 93 of them. And it resets, what is it? Is it 10 IV resets for every berry? In which case, that's almost like 4 Pokemon worth of IV, or not IV, IVs are different, EVs. Still also made it almost like 5 times the price, which is, you know, a little, like, thanks for that, but hey, we still want it anyways. I don't even know what cloth sticks are, so, you know we gotta go for it. I've gotten a golden bottle cap off this dude before. I spent like my entire life savings on it, but hey, 9,200? We'll start at 9,200. Alright, well that jumped real quick. Are these things even good? I don't know, but we got like $1 million, so we may as well see if they end up actually being any sorts of good. Everybody be thinking they're just high rollers out here. Nah, we always grabbing the highest price. Where did a kid get such money? Well, you know, if you just become a Pokemon champion, it certainly helps. As well as, you know, just doing 1 million Terra raids, that helps too. This dude really still here, huh? Alright. Oh, you guys still made me pay, like, way too much. Cloth sticks? Okay, well, let's see what they actually do. Doesn't look like it's in there. Is it berry? Well, it wouldn't be a berry. That's, yeah, let's not be ridiculous. Where are my berries? Let's see. Loses base points for its attack. Of all the berries that could have been available, the ones that lose its attack stat, right. It would have been Pokeballs. It's not a battle item. I'd be other items? I don't know about this. Other items? Maybe. Got a fair bit amount of mints on this here. It was like multiple cloth sticks at that, so it's probably not other items. We do have 1 booster energy. We are getting some bottle caps. Like, we got 3 bottle caps out of one of those raids, and there's that 1 golden bottle cap that I bid my entire life savings on. It'll be worth it at some point, right? Are cloth sticks? I don't know. Calciums? That's expensive. I say that's expensive, but the actual bid price at the moment is actually very fair, considering it's what, almost like 10k each, and there's 19 chilling right there. jeez. Burf. Okay, well, you really didn't have to be like this. Like, I'd rather not spend... We'll do one more... What was it? 19 if they're like 10k each. This is like just like buying like 10 of them. We'll throw 19, 10k, so it'd be like 190. So we're already overpaying at this point. Smooth that. Congratulations, you played yourself. You just overpaid. Why would you do that to yourself? Thanks so much for joining in. Well, you tried this. She tried to scam me. Are you kidding me? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I'm sure. That's actually a 6-star raid just chilling right there. May as well go check that out. We have 3 outbreaks right next to each other. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. You know what? You sold it. Not exactly sure these are necessarily the kind I was looking for, but hey, you know, we'll try it. You're both rock, aren't you? Because you're the first form of Glamora, and then you're also like rock flying. Is that right? In which case, I need to make a rock one, which is, let's see here, a jalapeno and double salty herb mist. Okay. So, I don't have anybody with false light, which is concerning. I also need to buy some Pokeballs because, you think they would give us like special balls or something for the Terra raids, but they don't. So, certainly been throwing a few of those. Give me like, I'll take like 50 of those. Repeat ball, because they will be repeats, they're just shiny. Dust ball. Go ahead and buy more quick balls, because why not? We have 44, that's... Okay, we should have enough Pokeballs, that is. So is a jalapeno and 2 salty? Good sir. Jalapeno, 2 salty. Okay. Probably have to get a little farther away from this, so that way it doesn't re-at me. So we have the shiny charm. So shiny charm plus a shiny should allow us here to hopefully get a shiny. I mean, there's like 3 outbreaks right next to each other. There's got to be something, right? I think you have to do this in creative mode unless it's an actual recipe, which I don't think it is. So let's see here. It's like hidden, but not actually hidden. Creative mode, baby. I should have jalapenos on it. Gotta imagine. Jalapeno. This is still on fillings. Next, alright. Condiments. I only have 1 salty? Are you kidding me? Oh no. Really? Really? Out of all of them that I have... Okay. Alright, well. Let's look at what the raid types were. Not the raid types, but the mass outbreak types were. Rock poison, you are flying poison. Not flying poison. Flying rock, and you are just straight up ghost, right? If you guys just couldn't have been any more different. So I guess the question is, who do we want more and what can we realistically create? Who would look better as a shiny? Kind of want to look him up to see, but I also want it to be a surprise is the thing. Synestia is like really hard to see, like already as is, so it'd be hard to tell a shiny. These guys are a bit easier to see. The bird's probably the easiest to see. So I guess maybe we go with the bird. I don't know. Maybe I should actually look at my ingredients list here before I attempt something and be like, oops, I actually don't have enough for that either. Mosquito with 2 salty. Alright, so that's not flying then. Okay. Poison. Noodle, double salty. Okay, well, screw me, I guess. How about goats? All 3 required salty herb Mystica. Are you kidding me? And every single one of them requires at least 2 salty herb Mystica. Great! So I guess we'll do it the old-fashioned way of just taking these guys out and hoping for the best. So if that's gonna be the case, I should at least get some people in here. I don't know why not. I don't think I've actually seen Goldhigo out in the wild here. I think you need like 60 kills or something like that. But it's all gotta be of like the same typing here. Alright, that's 2. Goldhigo, please. This man really be rolling around on a golden skateboard, huh? How about actually attack the birds? There you go. They're so white, like it should be really easy to tell, I would imagine, a shiny. Is that 6? Now the magic number was like 60 or something, so it might be here in a minute. 7, 8. Oh, really? Really, you gonna be like this? Well, we go. Picked up 500, baby. Let's go. I really need like a counter for like chat or something like that, just so that way I can keep it without having to think of it every time. Ah, something to think for. These guys just love to run into me. So we don't have the best shiny odds. I think we're like at 1 in 850 or 860, somewhere around there. You know, as you can imagine, I'm stuck in the middle of everyone, dude. Whatever, you know. I wish there was a way I could like turn off battle animations and whatnot, like how they had in the old games, just to make the farming quicker. Which I imagine is what Let's Go is supposed to be doing for me right now, but yeah. The dude is pretty cool, just like running around in the overworld and then just having the like golden skateboard. Golden skateboard at that. I think we're at like 13 or so now. It's 15. It has to be of the one that's in the mass swarm, I believe. $16. A little hard to attack somebody over the line, but maybe. $17, $18. He gets 0 XP for doing this. This man really be chasing after me. Low kick stuff, do it to yourself, man. That's 19. You can't count any species that isn't the outbreak species, so even though we killed the low kicks there, it doesn't actually count towards the total count we're looking for. Should be 21. Really? There you go. $22, $23. I really should have looked up this thing's shiny before I did this, so that way I had an idea of what different color it'd be. Are you shiny? Are you the shiny? No? No? I should have looked it up. I didn't see any stars on it. If it was shiny and I killed it, I'm sure somebody would be salty at me. I don't see its legs enough, which is probably what it is. It's probably, like, extremely obvious. You know, considering I haven't seen a shiny in one of them, I'd prefer not to kill them off if I didn't have to. I think we're up to about 30 or so now. They're starting to come out in force here now. I gotta keep running behind my dude here so they don't get me in a regular fight. 34, 35. How's this not? Get away from me. 36. Man doesn't even know where he's going. We're getting closer. 60, at least from what I heard, was the magic number, so we'll see how that goes. R.I.P. my headphone. There we go. What are we at now, like 44 or so, maybe? Maybe we'll kill like 5 over, just in case. I think the idea behind killing so many is that it keeps respawning them in, so that way the chance might be higher because you end up killing off the 9 non-shinies, so then it respawns them in, so then it's got another chance to it. I think Massive Outbreaks is supposed to have a higher chance too, but I'm also not entirely sure. I would imagine that'd be the case, just due to like how many end up spawning within the region itself. I want to say that's like 54 or so right there. Doesn't count because it wasn't a bombardier. It's 7. I hate when it lands in the shadows because it makes me think it could be. I don't know why. I don't even know what the shiny one looks like. It's gotta be obvious, right? I mean, they're so white. They've gotta have done something with how white they are. Of course, they dropped me every Herb Mystica I didn't need, and then all the outbreaks ended up having, you know, not Pokemon that I had Herb Mystica for. Anybody looking real different over here? Anybody else? Always gotta keep watching around you since they can end up spawning behind me. There may not be many left from the original outbreak. Well, something's telling me that we really find them so far, but we got 3 massive outbreaks, so it's not like we can't just run over to another one. Not that we're guaranteed to get a shiny every time. I mean, our odds are something like 1 in 850, 1 in 860, I think, right now. So, yeah, not the greatest. As is the pain of shiny hunting, but it is what it is. They should not have done that. That's gonna be a regular fight off that. Not like it'll matter. I mean, we can just annihilate any of these guys. Anybody special around here? Anybody? Looks like more spawning in again. We're not seeing it. We definitely killed enough. If 60 plus was like the magic number, then we definitely hit enough. So now it's just like getting them to respawn. From the back, you look shiny, but I'm pretty sure that why would you be so shiny, right? So if we come back over here, they should respawn again, right? I think there's like something with the picnic where you can actually keep forcing the respawn them quicker. Anybody looking shiny? Anybody at all? No? Alright then. So if we throw out a picnic, it should just respawn them faster rather than me having to run to a different area to say, oh, this is a part of the city versus, oh, this is a part of the wild or whatever. I want to say that's the thing. Anything? I wish I had a better view where I could see all of them always rather than having to pan all the time. We're gonna say no shinies here, so we're gonna go ahead and set the picnic up and then take it back off so that way we can have another reset on people. I wonder if having less Pokemon in your party actually makes getting rid of the picnic faster. You know, because he like throws out all the Pokeballs or whatever, so then it's got to bring out all the models and whatnot. So what if you just gave it less models to bring out? Would it make it faster? Would it not? We're only seeing like 2 at this point. Maybe we ended up killing off too many? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, we don't have the sandwich, which is like a big thing in helping our odds here. Now we got 2 more outbreaks we can check if that ends up being the case. I think they reset at midnight or something too, so like in an hour and a half or so, it should start resetting. Bunch of toxicity over here. They're showing an outbreak of limit, unless it's even lower or something down here, or maybe they didn't just spawn it. So maybe if I like throw the picnic out and take it back up, then maybe they'll spawn. I'll have to like watch more stuff and whatnot if we end up doing another shiny thing again. We got over here. It's probably lower, right? And that's Rufflin and Esperith. Alright, so I'm gonna assume that that's actually spawning like within, I don't know, maybe like a cave or something. Celestia, I know, generally is just roaming around the area. So I'm going to go move over to that one. Because that one I at least feel like I have a better idea of where it would be. Found a wild mass outbreak of Celestia. Where? I see like one. This has got to be like the hardest, or at least one of the hardest Pokemon to find and shiny. Because like, look how small they are, like how much they would actually fit into the environment here. Like, how are you supposed? How would you tell? I mean, the cup just has to be different, right? Like, it's just got to be like a whole different colors. Some. Unless maybe they're spawning out farther than what I think they are, or maybe closer even to the city than what I think they would be. I think we're about 9-ish now, 9 or 10. I think one of the things about the sandwiches too is that you get that encounter level 3, so you just get like a ton of them just chilling out in the open. Like encounter 2 already gives you a ton. Like encounter 3 should like really make a difference. I think we're about 15-ish or so, I want to say. I'm not really seeing any more, so we'll go ahead and throw out a picnic, so that way hopefully it will filter out some regular Pokemon around here. Let's see. We got some more Celestia chilling over here. Say we're up to like 16 or so. I wish they gave us like a circle or like a range or something like that that would tell us how far we can go within the area that's still considered as like the outbreak location. They're so hard to see for no reason, man. Be up 20 or so now. $25-ish. The fact that they don't make sounds and whatnot for being shiny now is such a weird, unnecessary change. Like, why would they do that? probably got a picnic real soon, seeing so many more of the regular Pokemon start to spawn back in. This should be 30 with that kill right there, so we still need 30 more if the 60 is correct. Which is something, right? That's the button I meant to press. Throw the picnic out again so that way we can get the Pokemon to respawn. I'm sure there's better ways of doing this. Of course, you know, actually having the sandwich and whatnot would help. Of course, I only got one salty herb Mystica, not two. How could I? It said like the population of them were starting to go down or whatever, but it said it was starting to. We had like 2 layers of the bird one before it actually became like barely any spawning in. A bunch of go-go's spawned in. I was also not trying to regularly fight you. There's like 2 forms to that Pokemon, but I don't know if it's like, if one's better than the other one. I pressed the wrong button again. Oh. Get out of here, nobody likes. You sucker punched me, bruh. Oh, now we got some more Sinestios starting to spawn over here. 3 times in a row, come on, man. Man. 2 sucker punches in a row. Alright, okay, come on. That go-go just getting right up on me. Shit. To like kill off too many? No, it still says that there's at least an outbreak here. Definitely gotta knock out some of these random Pokemon out of the way though, because man, they're right here. Alright, so that should reset some of the wild Pokemon, so we should end up seeing some more Sinestia as a result. One would think, anyways. Random Glade kill him? Alright. I was not expecting a Glade to just like come straight out of nowhere. Alright then. Fidos. Is that a straight up Sylveon just killing right there? It is a straight up Sylveon. Why are you here? I mean, I'll take you, but like also why are you here? I guess there is a decent amount of fairy Pokemon, surprisingly, over here. We got the Fidos, we got the Klefki, Sylveon's there. I don't know. I feel like I might almost just have a better chance off of, like, Encounter 2s. Because, like, Encounter level 2s has been pretty much how I've gotten my last shinies. Like, when I've gotten, like, 4 shiny Chanseys now, and, like, all of that has really just been Encounter level 2s. Like, I didn't even know about shiny sandwiches until I was thinking about doing the shiny thing, in which case, that makes more sense. So maybe if I can't do that, maybe if I can just do Encounter Power Ghost, yes. Although that requires Herb Mystica, which I'm not looking to use on it. So, we're looking for Encounter Power, and ideally level 2 Ghost. Do this the old-fashioned way, I guess. Counter Power Fighting, no. Counter Power Fire. Power Normal, which is what I've been using for Chanseys. For anybody curious, this is a sandwich I used when I caught all 4 of my shiny Chanseys. Counter Power Brown, Counter Power Dark. Pretty sure Sinestia's Ghost, in which case... pretty sure just pure Ghost and not Dark, in which case the Dark won't matter. Counter Power Poison. Wish there was a way I could just like get rid of some sandwiches and just leave like the ones that I'm actually gonna use. Catch and Power Ghost, not what I'm looking for. Counter Power Ghost level 1, okay. Tidal Power. Counter Power Bug, Counter Power Ghost, only level 1. I know I've got a level 2 in Counter Power Ghost. I gotta have one at this point. Counter Power Flying. Mungo Power Ghost. Counter Power Ghost level 1. Item Drop Power. Kidding me? Counter Power Poison. Rock. Dark. Watch me end up like missing it way earlier. Counter Power Dragon. Counter Power Psychic. Steel. Dark. Counter Power Ghost level 1, but we're looking at 2. Counter Power Dark. Bug, Dragon, Normal. Did I really not have a Ghost one? I can't imagine I don't have one. A level 2 one, I should say. Counter Power Ghost level 2. There we go. Okay, that's... pain. That really just happened. Okay, well... Counter Power Ghost will make this real fast because for the sake of the outbreak here, there's so much stuff to this one. Why is there so much stuff to this one? Alright, well. The most disgusting sandwich design you'll ever see. Oh wait, now Subway Sandwich. What? Absolutely cursed. Beautiful. I'm sure somebody wants this, right? It's beautiful. Oh, rip one of the tomatoes. If that knocks it down to encounter power 1 ghost because of it, it'll be slightly salty if that ends up being the case. Especially with like how expensive that sandwich was to make too. At least ingredients wise. As if we're not like rich out of our minds, but I mean, we did get the 3 stars off of it. Item drop power. Oh my. Alright, you know what? We're going back to Terra raids for the time being. If we add another salty herb, we've got 3 different raids over there that we can make a sandwich with that works with it. So. Or, well, I don't know. That's... So, what if we just give up on the massive outbreak idea for the time being, and we just go encounter level 3, shiny power level 3, but on something we can actually make at the moment? Does everything straight up use at least 1 salty herb mystica? Is that what I'm seeing? We also need to find, or at least have an idea of, like, a good spot to farm things. Or at least something in particular that we want, or is, like, easier to get. So what can we make here with that only needs one salty Mystica at that? Think we could make an electric, but that'd be like, we could get a whole bunch of Pomni to spawn, but that would be extremely hard to like figure out what is what. Dragon, requires 2 salty. We can make a dark. We can make a fire. We can make a dark fire electric. Dark fire electric grass? Maybe. I think I have some I think I have some sour herb Mystica on me. Let's see here. Let's just get an idea of our herb Mystica. Okay, so sweet, we have plenty of. Salty, we got like nothing of. Sour, bitter, spicy. I do have sweet. I do have 1 salty, so I can only do... So we could do a grass, we could do a fire, we could do an electric, or we could do dark. Or a steel, I think, because I gotta imagine, okay. Now the question is there a way we can isolate who generally spawns within that area, so that way we can ideally get as many of those to spawn as needed? And then I guess we gotta see like what type of what typing of Pokemon we would want, or at least that has that typing. That would be interesting. I'm sure I already showed it, but I didn't show the shinies I ended up getting. I've only got 2 shinies so far, or at least 2 different shinies is probably a better way of putting it. Where are my chances at? Are they way back here? Is that what it is? I did get them earlier on, so yeah, this should be a shiny Chansey right here. And it is. So that's a shiny Chansey. That's where I ended up getting it, in Area 3 there, in the North Province. Probably the only reason I really got it there was because I was XP farming with Chansey for a while. And yeah, I'm going to say that Chansey's probably the only normal that spawned over there, because like Chansey just exploded that entire area once I used it. I also have a low kicks somewhere in here. Was up at the top here somewhere. Might be a little too early in the boxes. Nope, there it is. And this is what a shiny low kicks looks like. Not bad, surprisingly. I like it more than I thought I would have. But anyways, Pokemon that we actually want to grab a potential shiny of. And then I gotta find where they spawn, so that way I can, when I make the sandwich, I'll be right there. Excuse me. Now, who would be alright as a shiny? I mean, I gotta imagine the rock dudes would be, like, easy, because there was, like, a ton of them that spawned in the area that they spawn in. East Providence Area 3? Why not? Can I make rock, though? Because he's rock, is he not? Rock fire? Just rock at the moment. Rock requires jalapeno. I cannot. Alright. So I can make dark, I can make electric, fire. So I guess we could look for a dark or a fire and try for one of those here. A shiny char cadet could be interesting. Lives in many parts, very rarely seen. Okay, so basically anywhere. So if that's the case, well, we might actually be able to get a shiny Larvesta over here, because I believe Larvesta is the only fire Pokemon that spawns out in the desert. Which, if that's the case, that can be like a relatively easy one to get. Although I do kind of need to at least see one within the area, so that way then I can try for it. Or at least have an idea where it spawns, so then I can place the sandwich right there, in which case we should get the encounter, power level 3. Out, I'm just chilling in the ground there. I know, now all I can see is like, is that a shiny? Is that a shiny? And it's like, your chances are really not that high, especially without the samples. So. And the shiny charm, but thankfully we have the shiny charm now. That's Little. Amphi, Littles. I thought a Larvesta spawned somewhere along here. Like more towards the back part of the desert. Although it might be a timing thing because the sun isn't going down in the game, in which case maybe that's making a difference here. We try for Char Cadet, although that might be a hard thing because I think the shiny for Char Cadet is basically just blue in the eyes for the most part, which may translate to the flames or whatever later, but that'd still be a decently difficult thing to spawn. Alright, so if we want to make it a fire Pokemon, then let's see another fire we could go for. Char Cadet's an idea. Talonflame's an idea. Flareon, but I doubt Flareon spawns very highly. Leo and Pyroar, maybe. I mean, I should be looking in the right area. I mean, it's even got that in the background. Lives in deserts, very rarely seen. So are we not in the right area? I might actually be in the wrong desert, or I might be in the right desert. I really wish they just showed your location on the map. Like in the overworld map like that. Like, that can't be that hard of a thing to make. I just feel like there's not actually that many fire Pokemon in this game. Alright, so if we want to go for a Char Cadet, it's basically anywhere from the most part from what we were seeing. Now, we're definitely in the right area. It was showing it off into this left area here for Larvesta, but we're not seeing any. Got a billion, like, Sandile just checking me out over there. Earthworm, that's a Cyclozar. I did say it was very rarely seen, so maybe that ends up playing a part of it. So many options, it's hard to like just choose one. So if we were to start, if we start from Magoza, it basically showed all within these areas. So we're gonna use Magoza as like our point within the map of where we'll end up being, and then we can check Char Cadet. I feel like this is gonna be a hard one. I guess Fletchling's over here too, which might actually also apply the sandwich. In which case it'd be split between like two different ones. Was I able to make an electric? A Mareep would be like really easy to see. I can make a Mareep one, aka electric picnic. So what if we did this just so that way we save resources? Or is it autosave? Would you like to save these settings? Yes. Settings been saved. Alright, so we save it right now. Then we make a picnic, we make the sandwich, we look around for it until the time runs out. If we don't find a shiny Mareep, then we kill the process. And then we start up again, but then we'll have our resources back without actually using our resources, so that way it's more like we have infinite resources until we actually find our said shiny, in which case then we can do it. So if that's the case, you know what? That's what we're going with right now. Alright, so creative mode, electric, we need yellow pepper, salty, and spicy. I do have spicy on me, don't I? One yellow, then a salty, and a spicy. Next, picks. I don't think picks actually matter, but I guess I'll just pick one just in case. Alright, hopefully this recipe is right, otherwise rip all my salty herb Mystica. It's beautiful! Alright, this should make the electric encounter. And Mareep looks like some cotton candy in it, from what I remember. So, 3-star, let's go. Sparkling Power Electric 3, Tidal Power Electric 3, and Counter Power Electric 3. Hey, it worked, okay. Alright, Mareep. I'm gonna need a shiny one of yous to, you know, actually spawn out here. There's so many Mareep. Alright, so it seems like we get to see at least like three pools of them. So if we do that, we drop the picnic, we come back into it. I wonder if running close enough to the Pokemon Center would do it. But this should reset them, and then we should be able to... It should be like extremely obvious when we see a shiny Mareep. Like, extremely obvious. Like, this should be, like, our best chance at finding a shiny. We don't have, like, the greatest position of being able to see anything, but we see, like, 3 different areas with Mareep in it, so I feel like that's decent. There's definitely better, but it seems decent enough. panning around, not seeing any cotton candy Mareep, so picnic time. I want to at least catch one shiny before the stream ends. Like, I at least want to make that happen. And then next stream, I could, like, figure out, like, the best, quote-unquote, best way in the shiny farm, in which case, the shiny hunt. Nobody looking like cotton candy over there, so assume no. Case picnic. I don't know. We used to have like more Mareep showing up. I don't know what changed in that regard. Alright. Anybody looking like cotton candy over here? If I run down here, okay, I gotta just spawn some down here. If I run back up towards spawn door, that way we don't have to keep resetting the picnic every time there. Maybe it is actually. Alright, alright. Come back down here. This whole topography is like cursed. They're like looking around to check everything to see that there's not a shiny one just chilling. Definitely could. Assuming we don't find a shiny and we come back and we grab all our ingredients again, use it again, then I can place it in a different spot that would hopefully be a better location. Starting to see a potential issue where I ended up using it this time, but that's definitely want just like some flat land so you can see out for like quite a bit, rather than having to look through all these like dips in the landscape and whatnot, just like hoping for the best. Alright. Shiny Mareep's pretty cool. I mean, I do like the actual shiny color on it. It's also extremely easy to look at and notice, hey, that's a different Mareep than the other ones. Mareep, I'll catch you at some point. You're just not the Mareep I'm looking for. Anybody at... What if I just keep making a big, more or less loop around the area? What about that? Would that end up being better? Anything at all? No. Like, the good thing about, like, shiny Mareep as, like, a first shiny is the fact that it's gonna be, like, really easy to see the difference, whether it's day or night, considering some of the shinies can look much different within the different times. Maybe here would have been like a better spot. That way you could just do like that and then do the picnic and then hopefully they all reset. I don't know. I still think it's our first time going through this shiny hunting. We'll figure out a better way of doing this at some point. For the time being, though, this seems like it's gonna be the best spot where we could just see like the most Mareep. Or at least of our current location. Anybody anybody spawn behind me? No, that is kind of nice, at least for this spot. It doesn't seem like anybody can necessarily spawn behind me, so I don't have to check behind me. Which makes it so I should only have to do like a side-by-side glance, and then if it's the case, cool, if not, alright. Mareep's gotta be like one of the only electric over here. Like, we're not even seeing like Palmimi spawn or nothing. Pretty sad, still not seeing our Pond Candy Mareep. So, throw the picnic back out again. They all spawned on this side that time. But still not. Such low odds. Even with like everything going for it, for like shiny odds for this game. And yet this is still double the chances of like the old Pokemon games for shiny Pokemon, which is crazy. Crazy to think about, at least. Got a few straggling Mareep that can sometimes end up behind me, more or less. Not necessarily like that, because even if it's one or two, that could be like the one or two shinies. Nobody and nobody. I wonder if there's a faster way than this. Like, the picnic's like relatively fast. I gotta imagine it's faster than having to cross like a border that would like naturally reset these guys. At least from our current position. Definitely could have done this in a better space. Definitely need to, the next time we do it, I need to find a spot that's more just level. Wish there was like a shortcut for the picnic as well, that way you could just get it in and out of it as quickly as possible. Nobody in that group. Nobody straggling over there. Our timer. We still got 20 minutes. Yeah. Maybe we can find a better spot for this in that 20 minutes. And if the time does run out, then we can just close the game because we don't have autosave on, so it's not going to steal the resources. And do it from right now. Seems like not a bad area. Kind of wish the now let's see a reset over here first, and then see if it's actually a good area. Because like even if they spawn down there, I can still have a decent look from up here from our point of view. Although who knows where the Mareep will actually spawn as a result. They didn't spawn like anywhere where I was thinking they were gonna be in that. Okay, we'll try to heal them. I mean, I guess I could spawn at the bottom, like behind me, closer towards where the current crystal is. Probably, what are the chances? Decent enough, more or less. Maybe if I put it right here, so that way I'd be looking out this way rather than looking in. Got some fledglings chilling right there. Might slide off the table if I try the picnic right there. This one should be okay though. Where did you spawn as a result of this? There's got to be one. Where are you guys over here now? You spawned all over here last time, and all of a sudden now you choose to be different. Interesting. Not exactly sure why the olive and the sunken and stuff were out there. Maybe I was just too far away from that spawn, so then spawning in different things. I mean, it is like level 3. You gotta imagine most of the Pokemon will become whatever type you ended up making at encounter level 3. Like level 2, it was still a lot. I certainly do not like the whole having to pan out thing. If I could find an area where it's just straight up, just horizontal, and I can look straight across, that'd be great. I know, it's something about just changing the frame every like 5 seconds. Just my head's like, nah, man. It's almost like a dizzying sensation, which is like not ideal. Reap, no cotton candy, Reap. Alright, picnic back up. If it just spawns like those two in front of me, like, good enough. 2 groups. I mean, that's like, what, probably like 10-ish Reap in each one? Or not 10-ish Reap, but like 10 total? So if you did that like 70 or 80 times, although our odds should be at like 512 or something like that, so if you did it like 50 times, then in theory you should get 1 out of that. Of course, it's always 1 in 512 every time you do it, and not, you know, progressively getting better. It's always constant odds. I wonder if it's also kind of placed on like your frame of view, like your character's frame of view. Like if I just looked out this way, would nothing spawn behind me and it would only spawn in front of me? Seems to be a bit of a no. Because last time they spawned right in front of me, that time they basically spawned behind me. And then that time, they didn't spawn behind me that time. Placement. Still no cotton candy Reap in there, though. Nope. Alright. It could be spawning more than just these groups, which could also be a thing. Like, it might actually be spawning Reap behind me as well. Nobody? Alright. pressed the wrong button. Come on. I'll have to watch like some actual like shiny hunters to see like what they actually do that hopefully may or may not give better odds. I mean, we got the shiny charm, and we have access to at least a little bit of the shiny sandwiches, and the fact that we've got some of the Mystica herbs. Still need more salty Mystica herb, so we only got one of it. That time it felt like a really low spawn at Mareep there. Even though we should still be under the effect of the sandwich. I would think at least. Are we? Yeah, we still got 1350 left on it. Anybody spawning behind? No. Maybe I'm refreshing it too quickly because it seems like maybe one group spawns in faster than another group. Yeah, it looks like that group, those two groups, it spawned in like instantly. At least this is like a Pokemon, like when I know, like when I see it, I know it will be the shiny version, like it's just that glaring of a difference. Some of the Pokemon, like their shiny version versus their regular version is really not that much of a change. Thankfully this one is. Just right here, just to make sure, nope. Nobody. It did give us Shining Power 3, did it not? I don't know if I've got the patience for Shiny. It is Sparkling Power level 3, so I mean it should be in effect. I'd probably just get unlucky. I say unlucky as if like we should have a higher chance than what we do. Should be like with the sandwich and the shiny charm. I think they said it was like 5-12. So that's you know, it's still not exactly great odds. Better odds than Genshin Impact than this, but you know. can't stop yawning, man. What the heck? I don't know why I'm so yawny right now, but okay. Alright, back to picnic game. One of these days, we're gonna get this thing. It's gonna be beautiful. Until then... That time we got a 3 spawn of Mareeps right in front of us as opposed to the other times. Is that just RNG or is there an actual logic to it or like what is it? Nobody ever spawns behind me. At least that's something. They'll spawn pretty far on to my left and right, but it doesn't seem at least they spawn behind me. Explosion Mareep right there. Of course, none of you are shiny though, so man. Now, if I could get them to spawn like that every time, where it's just a giant pile of Mareep each time, that'd be great, rather than this whole spread that they've been doing recently. See, like that's fine. Putting them all in front of me right here like that was fine. If they could keep it like that, that would be so much better. I need more gaming ideas for the YouTube channel as well. We're getting closer towards our end of Hollow Knight as well as... Well, no, Hollow Knight still got a bit of time. But Enter the Gungeon, we're getting towards the end of it. Which was a good game, surprisingly good game. I didn't think I would play it as long as I did, but I mean, all the randomness, and then we ended up beating all the bosses in it, which you guys will eventually see us beat all the bosses if I haven't already, which I might have. Or maybe we might still have to kill the resourceful rat. Which now that fight was an absolute pain to do. Like once you get to the knockout section or like the punch out section, like that part's not too bad. The whole like surviving the first 2 phases of the boss fight, like man, that was rough, especially with like some of the builds you would end up going into that fight with. Like that was just ew. Resets Mareep that time. Why he spawned on that side, who knows? I gotta see what they do. Like, do they do the picnic method? Do they just ride around and then, like, eat as many, opportunities along the way? the picnic better than just riding along and forcing it that way. Like, it's just... I need the tech. Ideally, if I could find another spot with less foliage around, that'd be great too. Because at least for a shiny like this, it wouldn't matter too much. Like 6 sticks out like a sore thumb, but something like a Synestia or whatever, like we had been looking for in the Outbreak or something, that being a shiny in like an environment like this, like that's gonna be rough to see. At night, it definitely won't be as bad, but like, meantime though, at like daytime and whatnot, that'll be good. 4 minutes left, come on, man. Not like you're guaranteed to find the shiny every time you use one of these. I mean, it's still a 1 in 512 chance or so. It significantly helps from like the full odds chance, which is what, 1 in 4,096 or something like that right now, which used to be even worse than the older generations where it was like 1 in 8,000 or something like that. That being, you know, full odd shiny chance, being like you don't have any modifiers to help you with the chance, but it's still. It makes sense to a certain degree, though. You know, like you wouldn't want to have like a 1 in 4 shiny chance, because then you'd see so many more shinies, which would be cool for the time. But then, like, how many Pokemon games are you gonna be able to like pull that off, and then have the shinies still feel like, you know, the feeling that you get from actually finding a shiny Pokemon if they become as common as they would be at a 1 in 4 chance. Decent amount spawned over there at that time. The good news is that the fact that we turned off autosave means that we should still have our sandwich materials. In which case we won't have to go farm up some more of that salty herb Mystica. We'll have to at some point if we want to make another sandwich, because apparently just every sandwich on at least that ingredients list I was looking at basically has it. Got 2 minutes left. Maybe we can get ourselves a buzzer beater shiny right here, hopefully. Looking pretty normal to me. Sandwich must still be in effect, and the fact that we're still getting like a good amount of Mareep spawning, so they can counter power at the very least is still in effect. Probably one more picnic before the time actually runs out. 30 seconds. We can get one more picnic in with that. Come on, Shiny. It's like your last chance. I mean, if it's last chance, we may as well make sure and run over to all the spawns here. Check them just in case. Now we got regular Hop-Ip and whatnot spawning in. Alright, so if that's the case, then we don't want to save right here because we already saved before we use the materials. So that way, when we load it back in, we should still have the materials so we can make it again if we want to. And we can find a better spot before we actually do it. So now we need an actually good spot. Somewhere where we get to see a lot of everything just out in the fields, maybe. Maybe down to here, but I think this is more of like the olive area. It's like we ended up putting this here. Yeah, we might end up being too far away from the reef. For it to count, at least. Maybe just straight up in this first area. You got like free rewards or something for me? You got some free ingredients, maybe? Yeah. Maybe this wouldn't be too bad, just like right here. We'll try one more picnic, see how it goes. It was yellow pepper, salty herb, spicy. Yellow, salty, spicy. Next, just pick a flag. Shouldn't matter. So because it didn't end up wasting our ingredients there, we had access to make that again. So really we have as many of those as we want until we find a shiny, in which case, if we save over that, in order to confirm the shiny, then we'll need the salty herb list again. I can sit maybe like right here at the door. It's like a pretty good spread without having to go crazy on the camera in order to like catch everything in sight. think I have to put it about right here because they don't like you putting the picnic too close to the other picnics. It shouldn't be spawning behind me because I pretty much got my back to the school there. Do a tiny jump just to give us an aerial view of everything over here. Seeing it. Okay. Alright, fair enough, I guess. It's right here. I mean, if we do the jump up and whatnot, we should still be able to see over there. I think I might make the jump just something we do, just because of, like, all the extra time you get to see it there. Seems like it kind of changed the spawn of some of them over more towards this way as opposed to the way I had it before, which is unfortunate. But if it's gonna keep having a cow about the pick every time I try and do it, then... It seemed like any actually spawned in this time, despite the level 3 encounter. Maybe? I mean, that was a good spawn in the reef right there. From that last spread to whatever that's supposed to be to Marie. Like, serious? Oh, probably because it's spawning them up here now. Feels like I can never get a good squad to where I don't have to do like a ton of panning every time I want to reset them. Kind of wondering if running around might just be better than picnicking. Maybe. Hey, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, we got one. Baby. That's a shiny Mareep right there. Yeah, boy. Alright. Second sandwich. Pretty, I would say pretty much immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah. Beautiful. He's beautiful. That's what I'm saying right there. Cotton Candy Mareep. I knew as soon as I saw it that I'd notice it. Well, there it is. Now the question is there another electric we can potentially get with the sandwich? Because, I mean, we could potentially maybe get more shiny Mareep. I kind of doubt it, though. So can we find another electric? Palmy, that's good. That's a good joke. Alright. Raichu, Pikachu, Shinx? Shinx could be a good one. Shinx usually has a good amount of spawns. South Province Area 3. Okay. South Province Area 2, South Province Area 3. Alright, Shinx. We did get a shiny before the stream ended. Let's go. Oh, man. Lucky. time we get all these Shinx to spawn in actually good area. I don't know what a shiny Shinx looks like, I don't think, so it'll be interesting. This area is like cursed to try and make this happen. Okay. So maybe running's around is better just because of how many we got to spawn within that time. If we could force them like closer to the door like we did that last time, that might help. Although they're probably still locked within the range they normally spawn, so maybe the door's too close. Because we were seeing Shinx for a second. Oh no, we're in an area with Palmies here. That's probably what it is. So it's like stuck between picking the Palmies and the Shinx to spawn. Well, I mean, I'd take a Palmy too, you know, Palmy Shinx. And then there's just the random rock dude just chilling over there. Like, what I missed? Why are there so many electric Pokemon around here? Is one sandwich worth one shiny? I guess would be another question. You're not a shiny Char Cadet, are you? Nope, you have fire in your eyes. You have regular fire. If it was blue fire, then you'd be shiny, but that's just regular. Give me Google coins somewhere along the way. Shinx, anything different? Nope, alright. I think Shinx had a pretty different shiny as well. Palmy, I think, goes red instead of brown. That is a shiny Shinx right there, baby! Woo! Alright, okay. Oh, baby. You know we gotta do it to him. First, a double critical capture. Let's go. Alright. So now we can just look for Palmies around here. Although they're gonna be mixed in with the Shinx now. So. The yellow and black looks good on Shinx. You know, it's good. I like regular Shinx look too, but I mean shiny Shinx, come on. Alright, so how much time we spent? I mean, at 2 shinies, you gotta say it's worth, right? Like, in which case we'll actually save in order to make sure that we keep the shinies. The next question is, what electric do we want? We could go for Palmy, but the spawn is gonna be split between it and Shinx currently at the moment. Unless we can find an area that's better for it, which I kind of doubt. Palmy's like everywhere. Is the thing. Rarely seen, lets its guard down while asleep. Yeah, okay. So pretty much right before Magoza, right across that bridge looking thing, we might be able to get a Pichu? Somewhere around here. I can't imagine there's that many. I mean, even if it's a Palmy, then it'd be like a Pichu and a Palmy. Although it's only showing a Palmy over here, so if that ends up being the case, then that could work. Although I really have no idea what color I'm going to be looking for. It's going to be real salty. Is it just because you're in the shade? It's probably just because you're in the shade, right? Yeah, no sparkles or nothing. Question is, if it's gonna be that hard to see in terms of Palmy and whatnot, would it be better just to accept the fact that a Palmy may not happen and go for a much easier electric to look for? Or do we attempt the Palmy still? Pikachu spawn? Maybe Pikachu has a better spawn, maybe? Likes being near trees, rarely seen. It's like... It's almost in that muddish looking area on the map, at least the way it shows it. So if we rotate it back around to look from here, it looks more like it's somewhere in this-ish area. Can we get a third shiny within a single sandwich? Can we do it? Probably should have set that as a waypoint there. I could be completely off. It's like, is it just me, or is it just like really hard to read the map when they don't give your point of view? Like, maybe I'm just crazy. There's a Pachirisu. That could be interesting. Our sandwich should still be active. Oh, but because the toxic boy is also electric as well. Well, I would imagine that'd be relatively easy to see for a shiny as well, right? It's gotta be very much so different than the original. There's actually a lot more electric over here than I was thinking there would be. Between that, the tadpole looking thing. Pachirisu definitely has a look to it in shiny, I'm sure. If I had used sandwiches a lot more in my first playthrough, we could have actually seen a lot more different Pokemon as a result. But with sandwiches being a new thing and all. This province area 1, not exactly what I'm looking for. There's even more Palmy over here. Oh. I mean, there's always so many Palmy spots. Am I lit and thinking this looks different? Probably right. There's like such a small difference in the Palmy shot that pretty difficult to find. I heard some shining, but I think it was because of the crystal there more than anything else. That's just a Riolu chilling right there, which honestly wouldn't mind picking up. That's a female Assocaites. I was like, that color's kind of off, but no, I guess. I don't have many Riolu. I wouldn't mind. Really, he's a low enough level to where like a Tyrell might actually work. Like, man, yeah. I mean, I can't even be mad at that it didn't catch it. Should not be necessarily wasting the time on these guys when I've got a shiny sandwich going. But I hardly ever see Riolu, so. And I do enjoy some Lucario, so. Alright. A little bit of a detour, unfortunate. There's like 3 different electric in this area. I gotta imagine with it spawning so many different electric Pokemon that you would think the chances would be easier just off the fact that it's spawning so many. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. Because, you know, then it's gotta think, oh, I gotta spawn in a Toxel, and then I gotta spawn in a Pachirisu, and then I gotta spawn in a Palmy and a Palmo. Like, with that many spawning in, you think it would, like, hit the shiny chance more often just because it's running so many numbers? But maybe not. If anything, we still ended up getting 2 shinies out of this. How much time we got on that? 15 minutes? Could find a more isolated shiny, potentially. By shiny, I mean more isolated than electric. There's an Arcanine just chilling out here? They really do have an Arcanine just chilling out here. Okay. Alright, maybe we'll look for a different electric. Maybe just the spread out of too many electrics is being an issue. If that ends up being the case, what next would we go for? Since apparently I just cannot read a map to save life for me. Surprise, surprise. So past them, we've got a Shinx, we got a Marie. I mean, I would guess it would work on standing shocks, right? The birds? Oh, there's plenty of birds. Plenty of birds near the water. That would probably actually be like an easy one to see. Maybe. I think there's a decent amount of birds chilling over here by this Pokemon Center. If we go down to the water, it should, because it's nighttime, they should actually be sitting on the beach as well and not flying. So if it ends up being shiny, it might actually sit on the beach, which could make life just easier. Birds, I mean, there's plenty of birds. Not necessarily roosting, but they are within, I could like jump and hit them in order to initiate the encounter if need be. Of course, another thing would be, how would I know if they're shiny or not? Probably should have went into it knowing what the shiny looked like. But then it makes it so that, I don't know, it makes it less... I know, if saying makes it less special is bad, but like, you know, when you know what you're looking for in terms of the shinies, I don't know, it doesn't give you as much of the same shock factor that you get from not knowing it and then seeing a shiny. Does that make sense? I don't know. They seem like they wouldn't be that bad either, just running from one side of the beach to the other, just because of like how many things spawn in the water here. Now actually hitting the shiny and like walking onto it, if it ends up flying, that could be a different story. Thought you guys would have been sitting on the beach a lot more than what you actually are. A lot of them are just flying out in the water here. If I come over to this side, maybe it won't be as bad. I mean, like, look how many spawn. You would think with, like, such high spawns there that, like, it should be easier, just, like, based off of the number. I don't have to worry about not going into the water because we can swim now for once in our lives. Forgot you guys can be... You guys could be shiny. You guys are gonna have like a weird shiny too. They're just like sea urchins that are chilling on the land. I keep thinking some of these dudes are shiny, but I guess it's because of the nighttime or whatever. Is like changing the tint on them, if that makes sense. What's our time looking like? 11 minutes. It still feels good that we ended up getting 2 shinies out of this. I think I might end up just doing this running sort of deal from now on, because the whole, like, I don't know, the whole just, like, standing still and just, like, paneling from side to side thing, I don't know, almost gives, like, a weird sense of dizziness for whatever reason. Maybe it's just, like, the constantly having to readjust, but then you're still more or less doing the same thing on the ride. but maybe because it's not as egregious, it's just like standing there and panning from left to right. Maybe that makes it not as bad. I don't know. These electric dudes, definitely, at least the ones on the plane here, don't seem to show up as much as these birds do. It's just like so many of them spawn. How could I not see a shiny here? Of course, if you don't know what you're looking for, that also doesn't really help. I wouldn't mind doing Pokemon like Nuzlocke and stuff in the future and whatnot, see, as long as I like got access to the stuff. I'm sure there's plenty of tutorials and stuff out there. Whether or not people would actually want to watch it or not is another thing. Although if they watch the regular stuff, I would imagine you guys wouldn't mind like Nuzlocke, right? Maybe it would make it even more interesting than the base game or the main game like. Of course, I would have to find certain things in order to make that happen, but I'm sure there's guides and whatnot out there that make it much easier. I didn't mean to run into you. No, not like this. This dude straight up just riding his board out here. I know, right? I mean, this is probably the last Pokemon we'll get a real attempt at, because we got, what, like 10 minutes left on this thing? 8-ish? Maybe if I just follow the beach all the way through and go back? I don't know. I wish I knew the best way to get things to spawn back in and out as quickly as possible, but I do know. And yeah, even with that, we still managed to find two shinies. Is you? Is it you? Oh, baby, a triple! Oh, yeah! Three critical captures on shinies too? You love to see it. I knew there had to be one that was going to spawn in here. I knew there had to be one. There was just too many dudes spawning in here to not make it happen. Not exactly like my most favorite of shinies, like just based off of what I was seeing right there for sure. But hey, that's another shiny electric we got going on there. Oh man, if we could get some water. I imagine the dolphin probably looks good as a shiny, right? I mean, how are you gonna make a dolphin and not give it a good shiny? Then again, we get stuff like shiny Gengar, so... Alright, another electric before the time runs out, come on. Oh man, Jolteon would be nice, but like, the actual spawn rate, I'm sure is awful. I know a spot where Dedenne shows up. I very much so do. It spawns over there by the Chansey. Not all that often, but hey. What if it works? Ooh, Magnemites? That could be good too. I'm pretty sure Magnemite actually has a good shiny. Like the, instead of being silver, it's like a gold or something along those lines. Billy Bolts. Palmy really do be everywhere, huh? You would think it would make Palmy like an easier one to spawn, but like, I don't know. Is it because it's electric fairy that it's having a harder time spawning in? Is that a thing? I mean, Palmy's already a more or less rare spawn within the area to begin with. everybody's so small and they're all standing in the grass too. Oh, that's the worst. Yeah, at least from what we've been seeing, the whole running around thing has gone significantly better than what I was doing earlier. How do I know if I'm shiny or not? Oh, man. I don't know what you look like shiny, but I gotta imagine something. Mastodon just chilling out there. Can we get a 4th shiny in on a single sandwich? Can we make it happen? Probably got to get away from the beach. Too many birds are taking away spawns away from the DD. But then Tommy's gonna take it away from over here too. Ah, man. Every time he looks so much different from the smaller ones. Now over here seems like a decent amount of Dedini is actually spawning. But you're not a shiny one, so get out the way. 4 minutes? 4 minutes to save the world or something along those lines? Nope. 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 I mean, this is really not bad, just running up and down this area. You had a chance to look at, like, Tommy as well as Dedini. That's not terrible. I'd be fine with grabbing a shiny of either one, so... That's gonna be such a curse shiny to try and find, like... It was like red as opposed to orange, but some of these oranges are looking pretty red, so... I want to go too far out here, because then it's going to spawn the birds instead. Army of the Dedini here. Now, if you could have just been shiny, you know, like, all of them were running up to me, and none of them could have been shiny. How would I even notice the difference? The grass really does not help either, because it provides like extra shading to them. So like their normal color looks even ever so slightly off, and you're like, that's shiny, right? And it's like, nope. Now our mouse outbreaks just reset as well. Of course they did, as the, you know, things about the run out our sandwich here. How would I even tell? How would I tell? Maybe for people like, oh, I don't know, Bobby and stuff, probably better to get an idea on the shiny world. But then some of them are just so out there, like the Mareep was out there, the Shinx was definitely out there, at least from the regular Shinx in comparison, within like the group that it was in. You could definitely tell, like, yep, that one was shiny, and then these ones though, they go from like orange to like burnt orange. It's like, oh yeah, that's so much of a difference. How could you not notice it, forehead? Like, I don't know, did we just like hit a Pokemon at the end? Like, when in doubt, just hit one at the end of the sandwich and hope that it's shiny? I mean, that doesn't seem like the worst thing. 1 minute left. They're all like hiding in the bushes and stuff too. Come on, man. As if it wasn't hard enough to tell the difference to begin with. I gotta imagine everybody has one. I'm late, but I at least made it. Oh man, you're gonna have to come back and watch this one. We caught 3 shinies off of a single shiny sandwich. We caught a Shinx, we caught a Watch Roll, and we caught a Mareep. All shiny. So, yeah. Just hit one. The sandwich is about to run out anyways. Not shiny. Unfortunate. You know what that means? Get out. Never seen so many Dedenne in one place. Dude's massive. Got some valuable chilling around there. Trying to get an idea. There's gotta be a better way to tell me. That's still so many Dedenne chilling around here. You're telling me none of you guys are shiny? I don't believe you. Okay. Alright, 4 critical captures in a row? Beautiful. Well, we can show you the... I'm thinking we're probably going to end it here because I think I gave myself a bit of a headache when I was like panning side to side and whatnot for the Reaps right now. I don't know if it's a headache, it's more like, I don't know, even slightly like dizzy because of it, but we can definitely show off the shinies we ended up getting today. Where in the boxes they're gonna exactly end up, not entirely sure. I don't suppose that's like an actual search function, huh? Markings? Nah. They wouldn't have that mark, would they? Held item, ability, natured. Everything but like an actual how do they not have that as like a setting? You want to see all your shiny Pokemon? Nah, just, you know, they just find them, forehead. That's a regular Shinx. Well, if we find the Shinx, then... Well, no. Yep, my Watch Roll's right here? Okay, well. Here's our shiny Watch Roll that we ended up catching. I know, it's such a huge difference, right? But it is shiny. It should, like... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Should put you in, like, a different box somewhere. Maybe, like, the last box, just chuck all the shinies in. But if you were right there, and we caught you later than the Shinx, then we should already... Huh? Okay. How did he end up before the Shinx if we got the Shinx before we caught him? What sense does that make? Unless I'm just blind, which I could also be. You know, it might be easier if I just, actually put in the name and let the game figure it out for me. Not what I was looking for, but okay. Shinx is gonna be down here a bit. Shinx, search it. First box. This box. You are shiny? You are! Look at our beautiful shiny Shinx. Now that's good. The black with it too, that's nice. I don't know, would I rather have a shiny Shinx or like a regular Shinx? Like, at least in terms of looks. Like, clearly just for like, say I have a shiny, right? I don't know, off of looks? The regular Shinx look is like so iconic though, it's hard to be like, I'd like the regular one better. And then our Mareep. see here. Box 4. Yes. Alright. There he is. Cotton Candy Marie, baby. Look at this guy. Don't you just want to eat him looking at him and you just rip off some of that fur, have it taste like some cotton candy? It's not the first Pokemon we've eaten before. I mean, we've been eating Slowpoke tails since back in Gen 1, so, you know, we're not exactly opposed to eating Pokemon anymore. I guess we never were to begin with if it was in the first generation, so. But, yeah, Shiny Marie, Shiny Shinx, and Shiny Watchful. That's who we ended up getting with the single sandwich. Unfortunately, we don't have any more shiny sandwiches due to the fact that it requires salty herb Mystica. But of course, I don't have any of that. I used my last one on that sandwich right there. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do more Terra raids at some point. Are you able to do some Terra raids right now, Godly Phoenix? I mean, I know... usually your Switch has been dead by now by the time you get the stream, but I don't know. Is that something you want to get in on here? Some Terra raids? Your Switch charger got chewed by your dog? Oof. Oof. Alright, I see you. I got you. Alright. I was gonna make an exception for if you were, if you had the opportunity to get on, we would do some more Terra raids. But, mission successful. We ended up getting more Herb Mystica from the Terra raids. We ended up getting 3 shiny Pokemon. Like, our goals for this stream were met. Thanks for the offer, though. Absolutely, no problem. Unfortunately, I think you just kind of came in at a bad time because I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to end stream here. And then next stream, we'll probably do more Terra raid farming so that way we can actually get materials to do shiny hunting. Because I have no more Herb Mystica, and based off of this formula sheet I have here for the sandwiches, it appears every single one literally needs a salty herb. I don't know how true that is. That's something I need to look into a bit more. But if that is the case, then I actually can't make any more shiny sandwiches. Not that we can't look with just a straight up shiny charm, but I can't imagine it makes life that much easier. But yeah, we'll probably go ahead and call it there for this stream. Well, at the very least, you got almost like 4 hours to watch this stream, or at least 4 hours in this stream, although we just started doing shiny hunting. If you want to see the Terra raids, you know, you probably watch like the first 2.5 hours or so. And then if you want to see the shiny hunting, that's probably like the back end of the stream. But yeah, for those of you that are new to the channel, there's my Twitter right there. You guys can go ahead and follow that if you want to stay up to date for when we're going to be streaming, if we're going to be streaming, and just any other nonsense I throw up there. So, just another way to keep in contact. Make sure you get the information when streams are going to be, or when like YouTube videos go up, which we've been doing YouTube videos like 2 a day every day for months on end now. We've got over 800 plus videos on the channel. If you guys are liking the Pokemon stuff right now, we got Shining Pearl, the Pearl remake for the Switch, and then we've got the Pokemon Legends of Arceus. So if you like the Pokemon games, there's that. If you're a Souls fan, we got Dark Souls 1 through 3, including the DLC for all those. We got Bloodborne, we got Elden Ring. If you're a Souls fan, we got you, essentially. If you like some of the indie stuff, we got some more Hollow Knight stuff still coming out for now. We've got Enter the Gungeon, that's still going up. I mean, 800 videos. You guys will find something you like. So there's the YouTube channel down there. All these links are also in the panels, so you can just click on the panels if you want to. That'll send you to wherever they say as well. And there's my Discord right there. You guys can go ahead and join that if you want, so that way you guys can follow. That way, essentially, it'll be more or less the same thing as Twitter. Stay up to date and whatnot. But I'm also more active on Discord, so it's more, it's just more connection based, more or less. And then you don't have to worry about like Twitter nonsense and whatnot, because Twitter, everybody be hating, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Very lucky that we ended up getting those 3 shinies right at the end. I was getting a little discouraged off of the first sandwich. Thankfully, that second sandwich, pulling through, just clutching it out. We will have to do more Terra raids though, because my Herb Mystica supply is gone at this point, so that's unfortunate. But you know, I mean, unless there's some different formulas that can work that give me the same effects. Otherwise, our shiny chance is going to be severely hindered by the fact of not having one of those sandwiches. So that's, you know, just got to get lucky on some of these raids. If I can get people together, you know, like if we can make like actual raid teams that can consistently beat 5 to 6 star raids consistently, and you know, if we get like an hour or 2 of farming in or whatever, then maybe that would be good enough. I mean, it is only like 5% drop rate or something like that, so that's a bit of a yikes. But if I had actual teams, because as you'd seen in the earlier Terra rating, some of that really I couldn't do anything about. It was just either people didn't pick right Pokemon for the right team, or just like the team composition wasn't good enough, or people just weren't strong enough for whatever reason or another. So if we actually had a group together that could actually go ahead and farm it, that'd make it easier. So if that's something you guys are interested in, you can always go ahead and DM your Switch friend code to me. Whether if you want to throw in Twitch chat, that's fine. If you want to DM it to me on Twitter, if you want to go in Discord and post it, we can make that happen. If people are looking for somebody to Terra raid with, as opposed to me just getting randoms and like hoping for the best, if that makes sense. But yeah, enough rambling for me. You guys have a good day, night, afternoon, whatever time it is for you guys. And I'll see you when we stream next, probably within a day or 2. Other than that, see you.